Welcome, ATL sports fans. I am here with my guy, Brother Noomsey. Let me tell you something about this guy. If you haven't been to his channel, you need to check him out. Very smart, very wise young man, very astute fan. He's a Dolphins fan, movie critic, music critic, multi-talented guy. And I tell you what, we are lucky to have him tonight. Brother Noomsey, welcome to For My ATL Sports, man. How you doing?
Yo, Wagwan for my ATL. Yours truly, brother. Noomsey Sports Time Zone in here. I appreciate that intro. You gave me one of those Club Shay Shay intro. I love it. I love it. Yo, I appreciate it. Big respect to you, man. Salute to you and your channel and all of the viewers out there, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate being here.
Hey, man, I'm just glad to be here with you, brother. I was on your show a couple of weeks ago, and one thing I love to work with talented folks. You're truly talented. And it's been fun, man. So let's keep this thing going. So, hey, man, big week draft last week. A lot of teams made a lot of picks. Some folks had a lot of things to say about it.
Ooh, that's it, man.
I know that our Falcons and your Dolphins made picks, and
yeah,
it looks like for the first time, and as long as I can remember, everybody loved the Falcons picks, and they kind of gave you guys grief a little bit for your picks. But let's get into that tonight.
Let's get into this. Hey, before we even get started, I do want to say this. This is one of the most controversial drafts that I've witnessed for many reasons. You guys did well in the draft. Salute to you guys and your picks. My guys, we're gonna get into that a little bit, but yeah, the controversy, the drama, the build up, this draft was really, really entertaining, but disappointing at the same time. So
very much so. I think it's one of the most watched drafts in the history of, well, as long as I can remember, because of Shedeur Sanders, and it literally became a soap opera. Okay, who's going to take Shedeur? Okay, where's he going to go? Okay, nobody picked him up yet. Wait, nobody picked him up in the second round. Wait, nobody picked him up in the third. Wait, nobody picked him up in the fourth. What's going on, right? Yeah. And it literally became that. We got brother Berto from 95 North in the house. Berto, how you doing, man? Hopefully you're doing well. Berto, this is Brother Noomsey, very talented podcaster in his own right. This is Berto of 95 North, Brother Noomsey. He is on Bleacher Report, has his own show on Bleacher Report, also has a show on 95 North, Falcons Talk Show, and personal friend of mine. So
salute 95 North, Wagwan from the Sports Time Zone. Yes, sir.
Berto, Brother Noomsey is a good dude, but you'll see that. So, Brother Noomsey, let's get into it, right? Sometimes things are not what they seem. Right. And let me give you an example. So, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to go in the way back.
Take them back. Take them in the time machine.
Way back, right?
Let's
go.
I'm going
to go back to 2024. Last year.
Okay.
Falcons signed Kirk Cousins, right? And everybody's like, oh, we signed Kirk Cousins. It's $100 million. Oh, my gosh. You paid this man $100 million. Now, Brother Noomsey,
y'all boys was about to riot over that. I got people in Atlanta, and they was calling me like, "Yo, what the blood clots are going?"
I gotta share something with you, right?
Go ahead.
Let's just take a practical analysis of this. Kirk was getting $45 million a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much is Dak getting?
$45 million a year.
Dak is getting 60.
60.
Lamar's getting 52. Joe Burrow's getting 55. Somebody else is getting 55. But the going rate for a decent quarterback is 60 million, right? So if the going rate for a decent quarterback is 60 million, 45 is kind of middle of the road.
Mid-pack, mid-level.
10 million, you're trash.
Like, you're definitely not starting,
20 million, you're a step above trash, right?
Right.
So 45 million is not that much, right? And trust me, I'm going somewhere. So we paid Kirk Cousins, 36, coming off of an Achilles, not so sure. Now, one thing Kirk had in his bag is Kirk was guaranteed for 3,600 yards a season.
Right.
And he was going to throw you about 29 touchdowns, maybe 4 or 5 interceptions. All right. That's where he was. Okay,
right, and he'll get you at least 7-8 wins. Like he good for
7-8, right? There you go.
Yeah.
So now comes the night of the draft, and my beloved Atlanta Falcons, they do the unthinkable and draft Michael Penix. Now this was a big thing. The Falcons were clowned. Okay, they were ridiculed. They were poked and prodded like cattle. They were run over the coals. Oh, this is the dumbest thing in the world. And you know what? Sometimes who you are speaks so loudly, I can't hear what you're saying. Meaning, if the Eagles had done this, they'd have been geniuses, right?
True.
If other franchises had done this, you wouldn't have got the pushback that you got from the Falcons, right? But the Falcons were idiots. All of the rest of the world was laughing. Oh, they were having a great time at us. Oh, the narrative was the Falcons don't know what they're doing. And then, guess what, Brother Noomsey? About week 10, Kirk gets his shoulder bent back and forgets how to play football.
I remember that.
Okay? Goes on this 5-week playoff abyss, this vortex of interceptions and no touchdowns and losses.
He just fell off a cliff.
It fell off a cliff, right? And now we put in Penix, and guess what? The kid has a rocket arm.
He does.
Can swing it anywhere.
He does.
Swing it anywhere on the field.
Real quick, where was Penix ranked in that draft? Because I don't think he was ranked as high as he got picked. It almost was like they were saying you guys reached. Like it was a.
There you go. And that's my point, right?
Yeah.
That's my point. Is that what I see with my coaches and my development staff may not be what you see, sir, right? So we took Penix, and thank God we took Penix because look how this turned out. Can you imagine had we not taken Penix, where we'd be? So my point is sometimes what looks unconventional to others may be exactly what you need, right? Now let's bring this to the future. You guys took Kenneth Grant, a defensive tackle, and you guys got a lot of flack for it. And I'm going to tell you something. I've heard nothing but good things about Kenneth Grant.
Same
here. I did a couple of shows with a couple of guys, and they love Kenneth Grant. They love him. And the thing about him is we don't know what your coaching staff is playing for him. Maybe you've got the perfect scheme. Maybe you can develop him in a way in which he's going to deliver maybe 4 or 5 sacks, 16 tackles for losses. Like, he could come in there and be a beast. You guys just lost. Oh God, what's his name? He's huge. Man of the year. He played for us the year before, and then he played for Calais Campbell.
Veteran.
Calais Campbell, which was essentially a D tackle / defensive end.
Right.
Kenneth Grant, and nobody's as big as Calais. Calais is a giant, but still, Kenneth Grant is kind of a I don't want to say a fill-in, but he's a replacement for that. So I don't have an issue with the pick because I don't know what your plans are for him. But do me a favor. You watch this team. You're a fan of this team. Give us your thoughts on what you think the Dolphins' approach is going to be with Kenneth Grant.
Yeah, and I'm going to jump right into that. But first, I wanted to touch on Penix real quick. I don't know, like personally, and when I asked you where was he ranked in the draft, because I remember he wasn't ranked that high, but I do remember watching him play in college.
Yeah, I don't even think he was ranked to go in the first round.
I don't think so either. But the thing is, he was a great college quarterback. So I've seen this trend where these guys of a certain hue, a certain complexion are really great quarterbacks in college, but they don't have high draft stock based on, oh, well, you know, his level of competition wasn't that great, or he doesn't fit the prototypical size. He doesn't have the arm. He doesn't have, but then they come into the league and they wreck shop. So to your point, sometimes like the assessment process of what these guys or what the upper management is doing, it could be a bit flawed. They feel like because of, you know, their system, they're looking for this specific system quarterback. So they'll overlook a guy that fits that mold, but because his level of competition wasn't adequate to what they're saying, or he doesn't fit the size that they're looking for, they'll pass him up. I applaud the Falcons for actually picking him and taking him with that pick because, like you said, Kirk Cousins goes down, Penix comes in, and all of a sudden the future looks bright.
Yep.
You know, you've got a young stud running back, you've got a young stud tight end / wide receiver, and then you're now you got a quarterback to pair and match with them. So I think that was excellent pickup from my standards. Now I know the professionals and the experts don't agree, but you guys look good for it. Now getting back to my Dolphins and our pick, I ain't going front. When we picked my man, I was sitting up there looking up at the sky like, oh my God, what are we doing? Like, this is the initial fan gut check reaction right away. Because as I told you, when you were on my show before the draft, and I expressed what my Dolphins needs were, the primary need that I said was corner, the defensive backfield, the secondary, that, and also investing in that front line to keep Tua upright.
Yeah.
So when I saw that my Dolphins didn't go in the direction of an offensive lineman, nor did we go in the direction of a defensive backfield member, I was upset. I was frustrated.
Yeah.
However, looking at the numbers, looking at the tape, I went and I looked at a lot of his highlights. I went and I looked at his numbers, and he's a stud.
Yeah,
he is definitely a stud, and he can be a career player at that position.
Yes,
I like his size. I like his speed. I like his aggression. Now, as far as the way I think the Dolphins will use him, I think the Dolphins will primarily use him as a pass rusher. Like he was really good at against the run from what I saw in his days in college. However, we finished towards the bottom of the league in pressure on the quarterback. And everybody knows if you're going to have any success in this league, you have to get pressure on the quarterback. You can't allow any quarterback to be too comfortable 100% of the game and sit there and pick apart your defense and burping a baby. And so many quarterbacks were back there burping a baby against us. I thought my girl was in labor. Like, why do we allow so much time for the quarterback? So in hindsight, I think this is a good pickup. I think they will use him primarily in the middle to cause pressure up the middle. We should be getting Jalen Phillips back. This year, he went down last season with a tough injury, and that happened on Hard Knocks. I'm starting to think that Hard Knocks show is a jinx. Anytime
I've heard that.
You don't want them coming to the ATL, filming y'all ATL boys, because when Hard Knocks come to town, somebody goes out on a stretcher, and I don't know what it is about that, but that's just the case. But again, we still had needs to address in the draft outside of just that defensive front. Our cornerback and our secondary, Jalen Ramsey, he's on his way out. Javon Holland, Xavier, just the list goes on and on. Our defensive backfield started to fall off, and that's also where we were starting to get picked apart. Receivers would have a field day against us. Jalen Ramsey is not who once was either. So I did look for us to kind of solidify and shore up that defensive backfield. But I'm not too mad at our number one pick, our number one overall pick, or our first pick. I think he is going to contribute. I think he will help generate some of that pressure up the middle that we need. So I hope we use him primarily as a pass rusher. So we'll see.
Good deal. My guy Berto from 95 North says, let's effing go, Noomsey.
Yo, salute, Wagwan. Big things are going, my brethren. Salute. Yo, what's good?
B says, what's good, T-Will? Can your Dolphins send us Jalen Ramsey? Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
hey,
send us Jalen.
Gladly. What y'all gonna give us though? Like, you know, let's talk. Let GM to GM. I looked across your roster. Y'all got some nice pieces there that we could use, you know. But I know y'all ain't coming off of none of those big
trips. A 3rd round pick and a case of beer. You guys all right with that?
But you know what? At this point of Jalen's career, I can't expect much more than that. I can't expect it. He had moments last year, but he's clearly lost a step. You know, DSGB, I would love to send Jalen Ramsey over to y'all. You just make a good deal, and he'll be off of our hands, and he'll be your problem now.
He's definitely but hey, Jalen's still good player, man. He can play safety or corner. So
yeah, he still got some gas in the tank. I just don't think he's that elite, number one corner anymore. He's a number two. I don't see him as that number one like he once was. But we'll see.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So in a lot of my mock drafts, I took Kenneth Grant in the second round. But again, it really depends on what your coaching staff can do with him, right? So for example, we got a guy, we call him AK-47, but he had a few sacks prior to last year. Last year, he went on a run where like 5-6 weeks in a row when the Falcons changed their defense up and stopped playing everybody 15 yards back, he had about 5 or 6 sacks. He led the team in sacks, right? Now, he'd been there for 3 or 4 years prior to that. Let me ask you, is that coaching? Is that development? Is that scheme? Right?
I mean,
if you've been there for 3 or 4 years,
right,
and nobody can get you there, and then all of a sudden in a 5-week period, you're going off. To me, that's scheme.
Yeah, no.
Somebody finally said, you know what? Instead of me trying to get him to fit my system, let me get my system to fit him.
That's 100% scheme. And to your point with that, I think because a lot of coaches and a lot of offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators are so stubborn, like they're so stubborn and dug into the way that they play. I mean, look at poor Justin Fields, for example. When Justin Fields was in Chicago, he went through 3 head coaches and 5 coordinators, and they all attempted to force him into meeting their process rather than building it around him and what his strengths are. You almost never saw any designed rollout throws for him. Everything was drop back, assess the defense, check down, and try to get rid of. And it was a disaster. He didn't have one winning season. He was running for his life. He was sacked and hit more than any other quarterback. And it's just, it's to your point that the schemes that a lot of defensive and offensive coordinators instill, it's like their baby. And they don't want nothing coming in taking away from their baby, even at the detriment of winning. Like they would rather lose their way to win a different way.
Say that again.
No.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Yeah. I could name you 5 or 6 coaches that would rather go down with the ship.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna go down my way than win, right? And look at, all you have to do is look at Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
they modified that offense to fit his strengths. Lamar Jackson modified the offense to fit his strengths, and they're doing well. My daddy, God rest his soul, daddy and mama, my daddy used to say, son, a good coach can take his team and beat your team, and then turn around and take your team and beat his team. And what he's saying is a good coach knows the strengths of his players and can adapt and formulate schemes for that, right? So that's why I say, look, there's certain organizations that just don't do things well. The Falcons, and I love my Falcons, but to this point, we have never really drafted or trained or developed defensive ends. We've just never really done that. That's not been a strength of our organization. Now, we went out and got Nate Ollie, and hopefully that goes well with it. But it's not just about drafting a player. It's about how do you coach and develop. So in other words, how do you develop them? How do you teach them? How do you coach them up? And then the scheme, does the scheme that you're going to put him in fit him? In other words, how are you going to use him? Right. We got a linebacker named Caden Ellis. Caden is a great rusher, not necessarily a cover guy. So you know what? We drafted we went and signed Holy Devil. What's his name? Divine Diablo. I'm sorry.
Diablo.
He's a good cover linebacker.
Yeah.
So now we can rush Caden Ellis, right? But that's knowing your team and knowing your strengths,
knowing your personnel, knowing your strengths.
Put it in there. Somebody else might look at Devon Diablo and be like, whatever, he's all right, but he fits our scheme. And that's what I'm talking about when I say a lot of these NFL media types, they look from one big worldview as opposed to really getting down and getting the muck and mire and saying, okay, does this pick fit what this team does?
Well, now, a lot of them are trying to fit a circle into a square.
Correct.
Or they're trying to fit a square into a circle.
Correct.
And it comes down to how your play, the utilization, how you use a player has so much to do with how successful they will be and how successful they will make the team.
Yeah.
A lot of these coaches and coordinators, they don't like to go outside of what they consider to be their system.
Right.
Because if they were successful outside of that system, then that would be forcing them to admit that their system may not have been the best system for that group of guys. And nobody wants to admit that. No coach, there's a few that are like, okay, they see a generational talent like a Lamar Jackson, and they're like, okay, we go to hell with this playbook. We're going to call this, and this because we have a generational talent out there that can make these kind of plays. Another coach would take that same generational talent and say, well, he doesn't really fit what we do.
Right.
So let's try this. Let's try to get him to expand what he's good at and see if he can do this, instead of just catering because we're now in a day and age where this is a players' league. It once was a coaches' league. It once was a coordinators' league, but this is a players' league now.
Yeah.
And so many players have God-given talent that is forcing coordinators and coaches to cater to them. And if they don't, they losing jobs now. A coach is getting tossed out of there. So now it's almost like they have to. It's like you're forcing their hand to do it, but you still have a few of them out there that are just like, nope, this is my way or the highway. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it, even at the detriment of their team. And it's a sad case. It's sad that, we can see and assess talent better than some of these GMs. And, I'm in some of these Facebook groups and some of these online groups, and I'll give my opinions or I'll disagree with a coaching decision. And the first thing a lot of these trolls do is say, well, you're not the coach. You're sitting there behind your keyboard. These coaches get paid. I'm sure they have way more expertise and knowledge on the subject. No, they don't. Just because they're getting paid to do a certain thing, it's easier for you and I to sit back here and pick apart. It's probably some Madden players that can put together better strategies than some of these coaches and and coordinators, but they're just so stubborn they refuse to do it. So again, I take that with a grain of salt. I don't look at it just because someone's a coach or someone's an offensive coordinator that what they say is just the gospel, because they've been proven wrong too. And guys like you and I sitting back here, watching the game, drinking a beer, we can spot the deficiencies easier than they can. So I just had to get that off for those of y'all who think just because me and T-Will sitting up here doing podcasts that we don't know the game just as good or better than some of these coordinators do.
Well, I'm not as confident in you as you in that. I know the game, but I'm not going to say I know it more than them.
Well, I won't say more than maybe I misspoke, but I'll say we can make just as competent of decisions as they can. And
make some. We
look.
You know what I mean?
Because coaches get fired every day, B. And they're not getting fired because they're doing a great job. So just,
you have a good point. You have a good point. It's just it's interesting that more coaches are not humble enough to see that. Now you know what? The other side of that is you can't do that for everybody, right? You know what I mean? But you got to recognize when a certain talent comes along. Okay, how do we maximize this? How do we get the most out of our talent? To me, the best coach, and this is going to seem crazy. It's going to seem crazy. But to me, the best coach in the NFL right now is Mike Tomlin. Why? Because Mike Tomlin has not had a losing season.
Yeah, longevity. Yeah,
ever.
I'd say that too.
And
Mike
he
Tomlin,
does it with no quarterback. He does it with no quarterback every year. Now,
every year
they might not get anywhere in the playoffs, but they're going to win 8 between 9 and 10 games.
And on the flip side, you got guys like Pete Carroll, who's a Hall of Fame level quarterback, who had a Hall of Fame level a Hall of Fame level coach. He had a Hall of Fame level quarterback, a Hall of Fame level running back, the defense of a century, one of the greatest defenses ever. He's on the 1 yard line and decides to not give the ball to Marshawn Lynch when people like me and you are sitting at home with beers and 40s and spliffs and whatever we got, and we knew to give the ball to Marshawn Lynch. Common sense. Sometimes these coaches overthink themselves and outthink themselves, and then they bring themselves down to a minuscule level because now they look stupid.
That's a great point. You know what? I remember what I was doing, man. I remember what I'm doing, right? Matter of fact, I'm in this chair. It wasn't in this house, but I'm in this chair. And I'm watching Seattle go down, and I'm like, oh, they're about to score. And I remember when he threw it, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I was in disbelief. I was in disbelief for about 5 minutes. My mouth is wide open, like.
I was at a barbecue. I was about to take a bite of something, and I was froze, stuck. You see that look on Richard Sherman's face?
Yes.
You remember Richard Sherman? I had that same look on my face. Everybody in the room that I was in was just sitting there stuck, frozen. And here I'm holding my drumstick. And I couldn't believe what I just saw. That's one of those "where were you when it happened" moments.
Yeah.
If y'all in the comments, drop in the comments, where were you and what were you doing when Pete Carroll decided to not hand the ball off? And you see Marshawn went and laugh right in his face. So, yeah,
bro,
it's a Hall of Fame coach.
I could not. And what he said is, I think, did they have one timeout? Did they have a timeout?
Yeah, they had a timeout.
Okay, because he defended it. Well, we're good. We were gonna have to take a timeout, so we went. And I'm like, that is so dumb.
It's ridiculous.
That is so dumb. That is so dumb.
And that's just one of many. There's been so many coaching blunders over time that we as fans and we as just, analysts can sit there and say, yo, why did they do that? Or we had a whole different way that could have went. But again, we're not getting paid the millions of dollars.
You're right. You're right. Coaches do overthink themselves because even last year, Falcons are playing the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the hell Coach Raheem was on. But, 30 seconds left, ball's delivered to Mooney, and we're like, call timeout. Doesn't call the timeout, right? The kicker that we had was not our normal kicker. Because our normal kicker may or may not have been able to make it but 55. But this guy definitely got to make it, right? Guess what, Rob? You'd have used your timeout. You had it there. But here's what he's thinking. And this is why I say coaches do outsmart themselves. He's thinking, I got a rookie in there.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can't call timeout, they can't substitute their defense. They're tired. Mm-hmm. Maybe. Because if they call timeout and they throw an exotic blitz in there, I got a rookie. He might not be ready for it. That's what he's thinking, right? Again, that is not what America was thinking.
No, that's overthinking.
2 million people were like, call timeout.
That's overthinking it. Yeah.
But he did not, because to your point, he outsmarted himself.
Yeah.
And that's why it's tough to be a coach. Yeah, it's tough because you're in the moment, and your decision is going to be, bro. If Kyle Shanahan, the keys. I don't know that I have one. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second, man. family's looking for the keys here.
Oh yeah, take care. You gotta take care of family. Make sure they.
Hey, listen for the keys, Ra. Ra, you there? I gotta find these keys.
While he's looking for the keys, let me address y'all at home, America. There was another situation where Coach McDaniels from the Miami Dolphins, knowing that we got a quarterback who's prone to concussions just from putting on a baseball cap, he'll get a concussion. Just from sneezing or hiccuping, he'll get a concussion. It is 3rd and 5. Okay, 3rd and 5, and we're in field goal range, and we're down. We were down by a score. We were down by a score in that game. Our coach decides to call a quarterback draw on 3rd and 5 with a quarterback that sneezes and get a concussion. You gonna put Tua up the middle to get his head rammed in when you know he's concussion prone? They're not gonna make it. You can't do them type of thing, coach. That contributed to the continuous concussions that Tua has had. Sometimes these coaches are just too much. We got Radio Raheem Mostert behind. We got Devon A-Chain behind him. If you're going to run the ball, turn around and hand it to one of them. Or even better, we got Tyreek Hill, the fastest wide receiver in the NFL, on the outside. And we got the second fastest, Jaden Waddle, on the other side. Throw a quick slant. Something. But you're going to elect to run your concussion-prone quarterback up the middle. But I tell you, Tua get concussion so easy, I'm starting to think his head is made out of jelly. Because I've never seen anything like it before. My man has had multiple, and he shouldn't have even been in that game to begin with.
You talking about?
Shout out to you, Michael, in the chat. Shout in. What's good with you?
Shout in. What's up, Mike? You talk about Tua?
Yeah, I was talking about McDaniels and his decision to run Tua on 3rd and 5 up the middle, knowing that he's concussion prone when you got Devon A-Chain behind you on one side, Raheem Mostert right behind you on the other side, Tariq and Waddle on the outside for even a quick. You had a million options to go to on 3rd and 5 rather than running your concussion prone quarterback up the middle. I'm not getting paid $20 million a year to coach the Dolphins, but even I know that was a bad decision. Tua helmet got knocked off on that play, and he woke up, came up dizzy, knowing good and well he's concussion prone. I just had to get that off. But yeah, shout out to Michael. Dolphins do need Kirk for Jalen. I don't know.
Oh, you don't want to take? Hey, you can take him. You can take him. Wait. Hey, look. If you guys take Kirk, we will give you a lifetime free pass to Waffle House, to any Waffle House in Georgia. You got
Shout
it.
out to Jordan. Jordan says, a Fins fan. Hello, I'm a big fan of McDaniels from a schematic standpoint. I just think he lacks the obvious decision making sense. He came from Kyle Shanahan. Yes. And I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to get off McDaniel, but I've been on him all year long. McDaniels, number one, he's a decent coach, but he's too buddy, chummy with the players. McDaniels actually hangs out with the players at the bars after the games. I did not know that. He's partying with them. He's doing lines of coke or whatever. I don't know. They're saying he's a cokehead in Miami, but I don't know that to be true. But I do know that he hangs out. Yeah. Wow. Look that up. Now, you know he's a recovering alcoholic, but they say he transitioned from alcohol to that. Yeah. Wow. And he's in Miami. That's the worst place for you to be if that's your problem.
Since we don't have proof of that.
Yeah.
Say allegedly.
Alleged. It's all alleged. It's all alleged from my boys back home. You know, some of these boys are in, let's just say they're in the know with that type of business.
Oh, yeah. I did not expect you to say that, sir. All right.
Well, you never know what you get, but brother, I know what I'm saying. But he's a good coach. I'm just saying all that to say sometimes just because these coaches are in positions of power and they're getting all this money and that, they're not always best fit for what they're doing. And it is hard. It's a tough job. Being an NFL coach is probably one of the hardest jobs out there is to do. But don't discredit the opinions of people like myself and T-Will, because sometimes coaches make mistakes too. They're humans. They're human. But go ahead, T-Will. I'm sorry, T-Will. I'll get off my soapbox.
Hey, no, sir. We love it. And the fans love it. Jordan is actually a friend of mine. I actually podcast with Jordan as well. As a matter of fact, Jordan and I have a show Friday night. And we're also doing a show Saturday. So and the thing about Jordan that's funny, you're gonna laugh. You ready? Jordan is a fan of two teams. Two. I said it, two. Right.
He's a fan of two teams. Okay. He put you on blast, Jordan. Hey, Carrie, we're going to get to you too. I know Carrie's in the comments also. But
that's my producer. Of course, I'm going to get to her, but Jordan's a fan of the Saints and the Eagles. He loves them both equally. I know. Ain't
they like in the same NFC? They're in the
same.
No,
they're not. No. So the Eagles are in the NFC East, and the Saints are in the NFC South. And
they're both in the NFC though. Like I'm saying, they're both. Okay, yeah, they're both in the same conference.
They are our mortal enemies.
So how does that work?
Dang. Well, I mean, he's my friend, but I mean, he knows what Jordan knows what it is.
Well, hey, my co-host, shout out to TZ Dave, because he's a fan of the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs. So there you go. There you have that.
There are others out there like you, Jordan. See, there you go. There you go. Mike says, it's only a matter of time with Tua because he refuses to slide. Yeah, man. What is up with that, dude? Tua needs to get down. Hang on. I got to get to Miss Carrie. Miss Carrie, baby. Hey, T-Will and Noomsey. I wrote so many comments on YouTube, but you aren't spotlighting them, so maybe they aren't coming through. So trying here. I didn't see them, Carrie. I think I really do have you blocked from the last. So here's the thing, and I'm a dumbass. Let's start this story with I'm a dumbass. So
that's on him, Carrie, not me.
No, she knows. So Carrie was in my show, and there was this idiot in there advertising something, and I went to block him, and just as I went to block him, Carrie came up, and I blocked her.
Oh,
and I don't know how to unblock.
You blocked your producer.
Yeah, and I love Carrie. I mean, Carrie's awesome. Carrie's the best producer in the world. She's outstanding. She's great.
Salute,
but
Carrie.
An idiot, I blocked her. So I'm an idiot, Carrie. And I told her when I did it, but I didn't mean to do it, Jordan. Damn it! I did not mean to do it.
No hard feelings.
No, I told her when I did it because there was some guy in there selling something and he's doing all sorts of, he's a weirdo. You know what I mean? You get those guys in your chat. And so I'm trying to block him. And as I go to block him, Carrie comes up. Carrie says, love your energy, Noomsey. Please drop your info so I can subscribe to your channel. Well, there you go.
Definitely. I got
you. You got to drop your info.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
So anyway, I lost my train of thought, but yeah,
you blocked bottom line is you blocked your producer. Yo.
No. I know that. I didn't mean to, and she knows I didn't mean to. Like when it happened, because I was like, oh my, because I saw it when it happened, and it was like Carrie is blocked, and I was like, I didn't mean to block Carrie. And the sad part is the idiot that was in there doing it, he hadn't even been back since. Jerk face.
Wow.
Anyway, all right, man. So let's get to it, right? So we've talked football.
Yeah.
It's the NBA playoffs.
It is. And
last night, the Denver Nuggets stole one from OKC. OKC was ahead of them the entire game.
Yeah.
The entire game, OKC was ahead of them.
They were.
Up until the last 3 minutes. And then it got interesting. And OKC made a bunch of mistakes. They mishandled the ball. They had some really quick fouls. They missed some free throws. And lo and behold, you look up at the end of it, and they lost the game.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Is there a method to winning? And is there a way to conjure Uncle Mo which is short for momentum. Because in the last 3 minutes, Uncle Mo or Momentum put on a Nuggets jersey. Okay?
Yeah.
You couldn't stop him.
Yeah, you couldn't. Yeah.
You could not stop him.
I think, yeah, there is like when it comes to the playoffs, you can get away with these things because we all know the playoffs is more of a marathon than an actual sprint. So the method that most of the veteran teams, and if you notice, it's the more experienced playoff teams, the teams that have more veteran tenured players on their roster. Those are the teams that kind of know, you know what, we're not gonna, blow our load in the first couple of quarters. We're gonna reserve it and keep something in the tank for the fourth. Because if you watch that game, you said OKC controlled the game for the most part.
They did. Second, third. My favorite 2 lines of the show is "blow our load" and "he's doing coke." Like I'm gonna
it would be the Miami boy that come in here with all that rah-rah stuff, the coke and the but yes, I do think there is a method. In the playoffs, it's really all about staying close enough, not allowing yourself to get just completely buried, and to save enough for for down the stretch.
Yeah.
With Denver, because they're a team that's been there before, they've won championships, they've been deep in the playoffs before, they know that they're never really out of the game as long as they have that wild card, no pun intended, but the Joker down there. They know they have the complementary pieces around him, the role players that can help keep the ship afloat until they get to that point where it's go time, and then they just got to turn up. I was actually surprised because I picked OKC to win that game, but I did pick Denver to win the series in 6. So after what I just saw, how Denver stole game 1, I think OKC now they got their wake-up call. They're going to come back in game 2 and they're going to play much harder. But to answer your question, yes, there's definitely a formula to success, especially in the NBA playoffs. And that formula is to just stay attached. Just stay attached long enough for you to be able to make your run and make your move. Because once the other team is gassed, that's it. And remember, OKC was chilling. They took care of Memphis way before Denver finished off their series. So OKC, there was kind of some rust, but they came out all guns a-blazing. But their conditioning may not have been there down the stretch. So, there's that too. So shout out to Denver though. OKC, y'all just, you got to regroup and come back and see if you can steal that home court back. But yeah,
they looked unstoppable. The first 3 quarters of that game, they looked unstoppable because every time Denver even thought about making a move, they'd hit a 3 and then another 3 and then get a steal. And it was like, damn. Yeah. And they weren't in the first 3 quarters, they weren't missing. I was like, they don't miss. And then comes the fourth quarter, and maybe it was a little bit of fatigue, but Denver hung in there. And I tell you what, man, that Joker is that dude, man. He is that dude. Okay,
yeah, he is.
I wish my heart had a Joker, because that Joker is you forget that he's a center out here playing guard and distributing the ball and throwing tacks around, and he's like Shaq. If Shaq were able to dribble and shoot threes, you get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Man.
And Shaq did try. It was a couple of times where Shaq definitely did try to run a fast break, but not at the level of what Joker is doing. So yeah, you're right, man. Joker is something else. I think I had Joel Embiid as the best center in the league before he just went down with all these litanies of injuries, but without a question, it's Joker now. I mean, as much as I don't want to give it to him, because I would like to believe that we got some homegrown talent right here that's better than anything that we can import from over there. But the truth is the truth. Joker's putting all y'all boys in the blender.
Yeah, he's cooking, man. He's cooking.
He putting all y'all boys in the blender.
It's sad because I am a big Embiid fan, right?
Yeah.
Because in the natural state, when he's healthy, he's unstoppable. But he just can't stay healthy. He cannot stay healthy. And
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? You don't know if somebody was malnourished. And when I say malnourished, I don't mean that they didn't eat. I mean that they didn't get the required diet for their bones to grow strong, for the musculature to develop. Because just because a person may look a certain way, that doesn't mean that internally they're healthy.
And that's a good point. Shout out to a guest that I had on my show a few weeks ago, Kelvo from Texas. He said similar to what you're saying, but what he's just blatantly and boldly said, Joel Embiid is just too big. He's got to lose weight. He's got to change his diet. His frame cannot handle the size that he is. Like, so apparently, to your point, his bones, like you said, just because he's that big doesn't mean that his bones are able to support
it.
All of that size.
Correct.
You know, and I feel like that could be part of it. I mean, you know, his diet, you know, because he's had these injuries since coming into the league. Remember, he sat out his first 2 years because he couldn't play because he was hurt. Shout out to Jordan, says Embiid was my guy. He gave up on this city in the last year. You know, I don't ever want to say a player gives up, but man, yeah, I think your producer has a question too in the chat too.
I got to do some housekeeping. So
yeah,
Charles Henderson is my cousin. That's my cousin Chucky. What up, cuz? How you doing?
What up, cuz? Wagwan, cousin. Wagwan.
Noomsey, have you heard anything about the Bengals at Dolphins game? I wanted to try to go to that one, but I've heard rumors that the game will be overseas in Europe.
I haven't heard anything about that yet, Kerry, but as soon as I know, I'll let you know.
Kerry says, T-Will, can you please unblock me? I will, Kerry. I just got to figure it out. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Wallace Smith says, what's good, fam? What's going on, Wallace? Jay Black says, thanks for coming through the channel. What up, Jay Black? How you doing?
Salute. Yo, Wagwan.
Some players can put their own momentum at any time. This is something SGA needs to conjure up early in his career. Like you were saying, them vets know when to turn it on and off. And that's true. Chucky says, what about Randall Cunningham? What about Randall Cunningham? What you talking about?
One of my favorite all-time quarterbacks.
Like Steph Curry, I think he uses that methodology of his team formula to assimilate the opponent's defense. Yeah,
it's collecting data. Like a boxer, like a Gervonta Davis. Early in his fights, in the first couple of rounds, he's collecting data. He's not throwing much. He's taking a lot of shots. He's taking shots. But then somewhere around round 5 or 6, it clicks and he's like, okay, I know when you plant that left foot, that means you're coming with the right cross. I'm going to duck that, body check you, and then hit you with an uppercut. Right. And then he's just like, boom, boom, strategic. And that's exactly what it looked like Joker and Denver Nuggets did. Excellent point. Excellent point.
I tell you who else is like that. Floyd is like that. Floyd is the best. From a boxing perspective, Floyd is the best technician I've ever seen. Because Floyd is not going to use any unnecessary. He's just going to stay there with you and stay there with you and kill you on points. But you will not get inside. You won't get inside this. You will not. It's not going to happen.
We call that the Philly shell.
Yeah. Okay, so T-Wil and Noomsey, do you think or know if the Falcons and Dolphins will have joint practices again this offseason? Seems like they've been joining up for the last. That's a good point.
I would love to see it.
Anything about that?
I would love it. I know we have joint practices with Tampa and Jacksonville. I'm hoping Atlanta gets added to that mix this year because that would be great. I mean, and it would give me a reason to come to the ATL, see my boys and see y'all boys too. So we keep our eyes open. We'll lay around for it.
We'd love to have you, man. Jordan says Embiid was my guy. He gave up on this city in the last year. I think Embiid's just tired, man, and over it and probably frustrated with himself. Chucky says, what's up, bros? Jordan says, I loved Embiid so much. Dude was the heart and soul of the team. What he said of the fans contradicts what Jalen Hurts and Bryce Harper say. He needs to find the love of the game again. And you're 100% right. You're 100% right. You're 100% right, Jordan.
I'm with it.
Chucky says exactly, and then Chucky says Canelo Alvarez. I forgot about Canelo.
Shout out to Canelo. I think isn't he about to fight Bud Crawford coming up soon? I think they signed that. I think they did sign.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. All right, so let's get to these picks, man. Let's get to these picks. Let's look at Thunder and Nuggets. You say Thunder in 6, right?
Oh no, I've got Nuggets in 6.
I'm gonna say Nuggets in 7.
Okay, you think it goes 7? Okay, I mean, I could see that. OKC is great team.
It goes 7. I think this is going to be a thriller, Manila. I think OKC is going to come back guns blazing that second game. I think it's going to go 7, man. And
I would love to see a 7-game series with them. Now, what I wanted to see, even though we didn't get it, I would have preferred to see the teams in reverse. I would have preferred to see OKC versus I'm sorry. I would have preferred to see OKC versus Golden State and then Minnesota versus Denver. And then those two play it out to get. But I'm only saying that because before the season started, I picked the Western Conference Finals to be Minnesota versus Golden State. So they are playing each other, just not in the conference finals like I predicted. But
well, speaking of Minnesota versus Golden State, who you got?
Yeah. So, man, this one is tough. This was tough. On one side, I got Ant-Man. I felt like this is his coming out year. I just like his no fear, his straight attack mode mentality. Rudy Gobert down low. He's having his way with any center that's down there. Mike Conley coming off the bench, hitting his 3. So Minnesota is a force to be reckoned with. But then on the flip side, we got the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry, the assassin, the greatest shooter that we've probably ever seen at the point guard position, alongside Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Buckets.
Jimmy. You know what? And you're welcome, Golden State. On behalf of Miami, you're welcome. We saved your season.
What happened with Jimmy in Miami? What happened?
Well, just real quick.
Relationship soured.
It fell off. Word is that Jimmy Butler started losing faith in the team when the team started letting go of some of our great role players. If you don't recall, a couple of years ago, we made it all the way to the finals like twice in the last 5 years because we had great role players. Gabe Vincent, Caleb Williams. I'm sorry, not Caleb Williams, Caleb Martin. I'm thinking for Caleb Martin was on there as well. Max Strus, who's now in Cleveland, lighting everybody up. Some of these Oladipo. We had some really good role players that we kind of let go. And when that happened and Jimmy saw that, okay, we're just going to continue to try to max out this low-level ragtag group of people that we got and pray to God that Jimmy can carry them year after year after year after year. And Jimmy got tired. Like, I just think it just came down to he got tired. And it's like, okay, if y'all ain't going to give me no help, then pay me. Give me my extension right now because y'all about to run me into the ground. And Pat Riley was like, go screw yourself. We'll wait. We'll give you your extension when it's time to give you your extension. And that was the beginning of the end. Jimmy and Pat Riley are both two alpha, stubborn, nobody was giving any leeway.
Right.
They had a one-on-one sit-down, face-to-face meeting with no agents, no nothing, no reps, just Jimmy and Pat. And Jimmy walked out of that meeting basically in the same condition as he walked into it with. Neither one of them moved. Neither one of them, gave any leeway. So that kind of how it dissipated. And Pat Riley got fleeced. He got fleeced. Everybody knew Jimmy wanted out. Pat didn't want to honor it. So he waited until the very last minute, and then we got fleeced. You know who we got? Andrew Wiggins.
That's right. I remember.
So to answer your question is who wins, I got Golden State in 7.
Oh, you got Golden State. So
I'm going with the Warriors in 7. I'm pulling for Jimmy. I want Jimmy to win. I want Jimmy to get to the finals so he can put it in Miami's face and say, take that, Pat Riley. Yes, I love my team, but
pissed with Pat.
Yeah, Pat got to go.
Wow.
It's that time, Pat. I'm hoping.
That's a complex fanhood, sir.
It is. I love my team, but it's team before anything. And if you're making decisions that's causing our team to lose games, even if you are the general manager or the president or whoever you are, I was a fan of the Heat before Pat Riley came there, and I'll be a fan after he's gone too. So I got to call you to the carpet, Pat Riley. It's time to retire. You're almost as old as Joe Biden.
Damn. Oh, wow. We got some. You know what? The theme of this show is going to be cocaine and Joe Biden. That's gonna be the tagline for the show. Cocaine and Joe Biden. You know what? People are going to go through and be like, I didn't know Hunter was on your show. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's just
oh man, I love this place. Yo, I love being here. Yo, I gotta come back here more often. I feel comfortable. Let Noomsey talk his ish. Let's go. Yeah.
And we love having you. All right, Cavs and Pacers. Who you got?
Oh yeah, Cavs and the Indiana Pacers. Cavs are down 0-1 right now. I have a Cavs fan coming on my show tomorrow to talk about this. So he's probably, if he's watching, hey Scrap, I love you, bro. Shout out to you. But I gotta go Indiana Pacers. I'm going Pacers in 6 in this one. I know the Cavs are a great team. You guys steamrolled through everybody in the regular season, but I don't know, man. Darius Garland, I don't know how comfortable he's gonna be. I don't know if he's gonna be right. Yo, Q the Beat. Shout out to my producer, Q the Beat in the building. Shout out to you.
Got Brother Noomsey's producer.
Yo, my producer, Q the Beat. Welcome, brother.
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's good, man? Y'all good? Y'all can hear me?
Oh yeah, we hear you loud and clear. Well, while you're here, I was just giving T-Wil and them ATL boys my predictions on the finals. In the playoffs. I already said that I got Golden State in 7, and then I also said that I've got, who are we on now? Cleveland Cavs. I got Indiana Pacers beating the Cavs. I got Indiana in 6 games. I got 6 games on that one. And then I think the first series that we went over, I think was Minnesota it was OKC and Denver. And I said I got Denver in 6. So those are my picks right there so far. And I think, so T-Wil, do we got the Knicks? Are we going to do the Knicks in Boston?
Yes, we are, sir. Yes, we are. So
who you got? Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, wait a minute. I got the Pacers in 7.
You got 7. Okay. So we're on the same page when it comes to the Pacers. You just got them in 7. I got them in 6.
Yeah. I got you don't, bro. I mean, these teams are number 1 for a reason. Like, you got them going out. I feel kind of disrespected for these teams, man.
This is the playoffs. I know. I get it. I understand. Okay, look. Houston was a number 2 seed. And they just lost to the Golden State Warriors, who were a play-in team. Again, this is the playoffs. This ain't the regular season. This is where the playoff and the experience factor kicks in more. I like Indiana because I like they got a little bit more experience in getting further than the Cavs.
Indiana,
I like Denver, same reason.
I like Indiana. Indiana has firepower, but I don't think it's going to be that. I think Indiana will win, but Cleveland has some. They got some horses. They got some big dudes, man. I think it's going to go 7. But
we got to see what's up with Darius Garland. But go ahead.
Celtics Knicks. Where are you going? Who's winning that?
I'm gonna let Q start off. Yo, Q the beat. Go ahead, Q. Who you got? Celtics Knicks.
Oh man, that's tough because the Knicks took the first game. I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to probably go. I'm only because I'm going with the experience. I'm gonna go with the Celtics. I'm gonna say the Celtics pull it off, but it's gonna go 7 games though.
You think this goes 7? Celtics, okay.
You just get everybody in 6 games. All right, let's hear your pick. We know it's going 6. so who's winning?
No, you know what's crazy though? At the start of the season, I had the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. Remember, I think I had them winning the East. Q,
we had them both. Yeah, we did have this series right here as a final series.
Yeah, but man, I don't know if I really believe that anymore. Like I know the Knicks. And it's only because of Thibodeau and how his personnel. I don't know if the Knicks can sustain this throughout the rest of the playoffs and into the finals with these guys playing heavy minutes. Jalen Brunson is averaging like 48 minutes on a bad, ankle or whatever is bad that he buckled the other day. And same thing for OG Anunoby. They're playing so many minutes, man. So I don't know. But just to stick with my convictions and my pick, I'm going to have to say Knicks in 7.
We agree on that. I'm going to say Knicks are going to shock the world because honestly, the most difficult thing to do in sports is to repeat.
Yeah.
You've got to fight through so much. you've got to have the same level of hunger. And when you've won a championship before, it's very difficult to replicate that.
Right.
Oh yeah, we know over here.
Oh, see, there you go. There you go.
You know, we know over here.
I'm glad he missed the first segment. T-Will. I'm glad he came in for basketball and not for football.
I forgot he was a Chiefs fan.
A referee fan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna say it's Knicks and Cavs in the finals, but I can't. I think Indiana. I'm sorry. It's Knicks and Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think Indiana's going to the. I think Indiana's going to shock the world.
So you got Indiana beating the Cavs in this series, just
definitely,
okay,
and going on to beat the Knicks, because
and
to
you
your
see,
point,
and you got the Knicks beating the Celtics also.
Without a doubt, because I don't think number one, Celtics got out physical last night.
What happened to Porzingis?
Huh?
What happened to Porzingis? I didn't see him down the street.
He's probably
he's always banged up. He's always hurt.
And if he's not playing, they're not winning anyway.
Nah, it might go 6 instead of 7.
They're not winning anyway. But I think, to your point, if the Knicks and Pacers face each other, that Pacers team can score on anybody.
Oh, yeah.
You could bring out the 98 Bulls, and the Pacers are going to drop 110 on them. So,
the Pacers don't run no plays. They don't run any offensive set plays. They just freelance. They just run like literally like they at the Y. Like they just run, and there's no strategy. They don't run no plays. They don't draw up anything. They just go.
They kind of run that high-low crap where they screen you up high. Yeah, but they mainly like freestyle, get open, set a screen here, there, pick and roll, and play off Halliburton, which is a good person to play out because, man, he can pass, man. He probably one of the best passing point guards in the game.
Great.
And they got Siakam, man, and Siakam is like I know our Hawks could never stop him. Siakam
he's a wild card.
He's like kryptonite for our Hawks. Like we could never stop him. Never stop him. And he can hit a three. He's difficult to deal with. And you got Halliburton.
Yeah.
And you got, 3 or 4 other guys who can give it to you. And you can't stop the Pacers from scoring.
Yeah.
You might be able to contain them, but you're not gonna stop them.
Miles Turner can shoot threes.
Yeah.
Everybody can shoot threes on their team. Like everybody from 1 through 5, they can all shoot the 3 ball. So that's a tough team to beat. Yeah. And they got the experience. They were just in the Eastern Finals last year. So
how long has Miles Turner been playing? 12 years? 15 years?
Miles Turner? Yeah, it's been about he's been around for a while.
Playing for about 12 to 15.
Yeah. I think honestly, I think it's gonna be Denver and Indiana in the finals.
That's going to be the lowest ratings final in the
Probably
history.
Will.
I don't know. That's like a
too small.
That's a rival. It's an old school rival game, kind of picking back up.
Yeah, but it's two small market teams though.
Well, yeah, I know the NBA wants the Knicks to make it, but to your point,
they want them to make it bad.
I don't think the Knicks will be able. Even if the Knicks, first of all, it's going to take a gargantuan effort for the Knicks to get past Boston.
Oh yeah.
And then when you get past Boston, guess what? You got Indiana, and they run it up and down. They'll run you out of the gym.
Oh yeah.
Run you out of the gym. And I don't see the Knicks being able to keep up with that. And to your point, I don't think their system is sustainable. So the first 2 games might go a certain way, but the longer the series goes, the more fatigue you're going to see the Knicks get. So,
and that's how Indiana eliminated the Knicks last year from the playoffs, using that same formula. We're just going to run these boys out of the gym. Yeah. And poor Jalen Brunson, my co-host TZ did a log of how many minutes Brunson played in that entire series. It was ridiculous. I never seen a number that high for the amount of minutes that he was playing. So I don't think it's sustainable, and they don't have the manpower. But I picked them at the start of the season, so I got to stick with my convictions. So
Yeah, it's gonna be hard when you only running 8 players the whole game.
Who
7 to 8.
do you have in the finals, Brother Noomsey?
Oh, okay. So my final is New York Knicks against Golden State Warriors.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
That's who I picked. I picked that at the start of the season, so I gotta stick with it.
I don't think Golden State is gonna get past Minnesota. But then, hey, I've been wrong before. That's just me. Because I feel like, and excuse me for saying this, but I feel like Ant-Man is on some Superman shit.
I think he is too.
He's like, king of the world, baby.
Think about it though. If Ant-Man does do what you're saying, he would have defeated LeBron, Luka,
Mount Rushmore,
Steph Curry,
NBA, current
Jimmy Butler, on his way to the championship. Like there's not a better resume that you can give any young superstar in one playoff year.
If this were the Warriors of 3-4 years ago, then I don't even think this series is going to be close. I don't think it's going to be close.
Wow.
I think it's going to be Minnesota and potentially 5. Definitely.
It could be. It could be because Golden State don't have the size to compete. Like Rudy Gobert is a monster, yo. Like he's
Mama, there go that man again.
Mama,
there go that man again. There he is. I see him in my dream. What that dude said? Now that's a brother I be seeing in my sleep. That dude.
Bushwick. Rest in peace, Bushwick.
Oh, he died recently. He died. I didn't know.
Yeah, Bushwick. Yeah, he passed away like a couple of years ago. Was it Q?
I did not know that. Wow. Okay. Rest in peace.
But see, I mean, I don't know, man. I think the Warriors with Jimmy Butler, that's playoff Jimmy, man. He's been showing up. When Jimmy in the playoffs, man,
he's a different guy.
It's a whole nother person, man. And I think that energy that he brings to the Warriors team is kind of transforming him. That and what's his name?
Podziemski.
Man, he is a sleeper, bro. He's like a sleeper agent. I think it's gonna be a good series.
Moody and Kuminga. Those guys, they're gonna need something from those guys. Like I don't know. Moody's got
Looney needs to be the big factor.
Yeah. He's gonna have to
with Gobert. Yeah,
he's gonna have to. Yeah,
he's a bigger defender they can have down there.
It's gonna be interesting, man. I'm sorry. I do not. I just think Uncle Mo is wearing a Minnesota jersey right now. Uncle Mo is wearing the hell out of that jersey. And the only team I don't even see, and I know I'm getting ready to wear it. I know it. As a matter of fact, you remember that show You Can't Do This on television when people used to say, I know
Nickelodeon.
The slime?
Yeah.
Slime. But I honestly think the only team that's going to get past Minnesota is Denver. I don't even think OKC would get past Minnesota right now because of the way that they're playing.
They're on a mission.
They are, definitely.
It's not the best team that wins. It's the team that's playing the best at that time. And the 2021 Braves were not the best team the entire year. They got hot in the playoffs, and you couldn't stop them. 2021 Braves won 88 games and won the World Series because they got hot at the right time.
Yeah.
And I see Minnesota, bro, they just dispatched LeBron and Luka like it wasn't nothing.
Yeah, they did.
Like it was. What you got next? Okay, seriously, when you gonna make me sweat? Okay, come on.
It wasn't that hard to beat the Lakers though. It's not.
Didn't they eliminate the Lakers last year too? Wasn't it the same Minnesota team that eliminated them?
That was without LeBron.
Without
Luka.
But they had Anthony Davis and LeBron, right?
They did.
Yeah, they did.
So
that game went 7. I believe it went 7, right? Yeah, they won 7 games for that. But this Lakers team lacks everything. It's lackluster. It lacks defense. I knew we were just a team that was going to be one and done from the start. And I said that. Remember I said that? I said we out of there, bro. That Luka trade was was a trade for the future, but it was not a trade for right now. I don't know where the hype came of them people thinking that the Luka
Like they were
trade
gonna win right
we gonna
away.
win this year. No, no, that's for 4 years from now. You
Yeah.
know, that's not for right now. That was a horrible trade because he does not have any defensive effort, and you traded away your defender for offense, which we really didn't need. So I didn't like it.
Yeah, he's been on record saying that since the trade. I got to give it to
And
you,
once we
Q.
see these Mavericks revamp next year with healthy players,
Yeah.
then they're gonna be a problem for us. If
Wait a
AD
minute.
stays here.
Is what's his name coming back next year?
Bron,
No, for the Mavericks.
AD or Kyrie?
Kyrie.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think he
But
should.
they got some
Just to
youngsters
see,
though.
we can
They
see what
got
that
some
team
youngsters.
looks like in its entirety. I think it would be good if he did, but we don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who would you guys say is the best dribbler or who has the best handles? For me, it's Kyrie. Because I saw
Most definitely.
I've never seen anybody do. I would. This is when I became the ultimate Kyrie fan, and it was like, I'm not worthy, Kyrie. Kyrie is on a fast break. Mind you, setting up the context, he's on a fast break. All right. He's going through three people. He takes the ball in his right hand, dribbles it between his legs, catches it with his right hand as well on the run, which nobody's ever done before, right? I'm not talking this way. I'm talking same hand on the run, full speed, goes up under three defenders, and I've never seen anything like that in the world.
Yeah, me neither.
It was, you know what's reminiscent of, it was reminiscent of, and Chucky, you can relate to this. Brother Noomsey, I know you're a little older, but you look damn 30. You guys remember that Eric B song, Rakim, when he says, I got to make sure I get it right. I got to make sure I get it right. I don't want to butcher it.
Yeah, it's the God MC Rakim. You got to make sure you do it justice now.
Oh yeah.
He says, hold on, I gotta find it. He says, I'll take 7 MCs, put them in a line, add 7 more brothers who think they can rhyme. Well, it'll take 7 more before I go for mine. Now that's wait, what did he say? Hold on. I gotta get I don't see the last part. But anyway, hold up, let me find it. Oh God, I gotta find it. I gotta find that exact stanza. Jesus. Oh, where did it go? Anyway, when he said it, I was like, what the hell did he just say? Like, I remember rewinding it going, because this was back when we had tapes. This is a long time ago, y'all. This is back when we had cassette tapes. And I rewound the cassette tape, and I was like, I got to hear that again. I know he didn't just say that. I know he did not just say that. And that's how I felt when I saw Kyrie take this hand, full speed, mind you. Now, obviously, you guys are not impressed because evidently you see shit like this every day. I don't. Okay. I've never seen, and my son plays basketball. I've never seen someone go right hand between legs, right hand, full speed, not slow down, right? Full speed. Take that thing in his right hand, go up between 3 people and lay it up. Other than Michael Jordan and maybe Jesus, I've never seen that done, right? So I challenge you guys. Can you give me anybody who has handles like Kyrie?
I'm with you.
I
definitely feel like Kyrie is has the best handle in the game. And one
probably ever.
Yeah, maybe ever. I don't want to.
I would say Allen Iverson is like 1 tick behind.
AI is a little bit there. Kyrie, I mean, CP3 in his prime, he had a handle. But I'm gonna say this one piece, and then I gotta jump off, and I'll leave you boys to it. But Kyrie last season hit a game winner, driving left, full speed left from the baseline. He catches the ball baseline, jab steps right, and then goes full speed ahead left and then throws a left-handed hook shot in the paint to win
Over
the
Joker.
game at the buzzer.
Over
Over who?
Joker.
Over Joker.
A 7-footer.
Over a 7-footer. He throws a left-handed. Kyrie is right-handed. He throws a left-handed hook shot on the run, full speed over Joker to win the game at the buzzer. This is Kyrie, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he's
I've never seen it, bro. I still don't believe what I saw, bro.
Yeah, he's one of the best.
The only person that puts me in the mind of that, because people don't realize how great Steph Curry is. And I know that sounds stupid, but let me explain. If you've never seen Steph Curry live, Steph Curry takes shots that you don't see in the games that are ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
So Steph Curry, this was like 7-8 years ago. My son loves Steph Curry, so I had to take him to see him, right? Steph literally made 3 shots. Now, you know where the half-court line is, right? He made 3 shots at half-court, falling out of bounds. Falling from here.
Yeah.
3 of in the same game, all right? Halftime comes. He's in the corner. You know where, like, Golden State comes out or whatever? Or like the visiting team comes out in the Hawks Stadium.
Yeah.
He's coming out of the tunnel. He throws a one-hander from the tunnel. Nothing but net. I swear to you, bro, Steph is other than him, Kyrie is the best I've ever seen do it. Man.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I gotta
get Steph Curry is definitely top in handles.
Yeah, he's top
in history. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Steph. I'm gonna go Kyrie. Well, Kyrie, Steph, Jamal Crawford, Isaiah Thomas.
Oh yeah, Jamal Crawford.
Those are the guys, and I'm gonna have to jump off. But yo, Q the Beat, salute to you for being here. Sports Time Zone in the building. T-Will, I appreciate you for having me.
Where they can find you, bro. Tell these folks.
That's right. You can find me on IG at sportstime_zone. That's sportstime_zone. Or on YouTube, our YouTube channel, we turning up. We at 5,000. We trying to keep it going. We're trying to get to 5,000. We at 4,500. YouTube.com/@sportstimezone. Sports Time Zone. Make sure y'all check us out. Like, share, subscribe. T-Will, I appreciate you again for having me. Q the Beat, you stay here locked in and represent for the boys. Appreciate all of y'all. And T-Will, we're going to see you on the Sports Time Zone on Thursday for that review, brother. Sinners Review, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all seen the movie Sinners, we're going to break it down and have a review right on the Sports Time Zone. My man T-Will be joining us. My producer Q the Beat, who you see, will be here. And also Diesel Greasel and Yanni Ma. So make sure y'all come and tune in Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Good looks.
All right, bro. We appreciate you coming Thursday, brother.
No doubt.
Appreciate you coming.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, hey, Q, we're going to keep it going. I got another co-host of mine that's going to join us here. I got to send him the link. So he's about to join. But Q, do you see your beloved Chiefs who cheated, by the way, when they came to Atlanta? But I'm over it. I'm not still harboring it. Like I'm not upset or anything, Q. I just want you to know I'm not upset. I know it was last year, but you know that was a pass interference, right? Like you know that, right? Q, you there? Q, did you freeze? Shoot, you froze, didn't you? Q, are you there? You froze. You're back. Q, you there? Q, you there? Oh, wow. Is it me? Is it me? Maybe it is me. I don't know. Q, are you there? All right, guys. Well, we'll keep going. If you guys can hear me, let me know. I need to know if I'm still heard. Oh, Chucky says he's still cycling, cuz. Hey, I guess he is, man. I don't know. We're about to do another show here, so I got Debo Vibes joining me. If I can ever get him the link. So give me 1 sec, Debo. There you go, Q. Q, you back?
Yes, sir. It's storming out here pretty
Oh,
bad. So yeah, it's storming.
all right.
What was your question? I heard you say something about my Chiefs, and then it went out.
Yeah, I was like, you know that you guys cheated us, right? But I think you know. I think you know. I don't think I gotta tell you, like, I mean, if membership has its privileges, right? If you know, you know. So
Well, y'all still had the chance.
we did. We did.
You know.
I'm not gonna make any excuses. We did have a chance. We did not take advantage of it, but still, bro, you gotta know. You gotta know, like, that was so clear pass interference, bro. I mean, he mugged the guy in
It
the end
was.
zone.
It
Come
was.
on, dude. Come on, dude.
It
Like, he
was.
caught more red-handed. Like, he's like hugging him, like, please don't go. Don't leave me. Don't leave me, Kyle.
Yeah.
And the referee is there, like, yeah, no, I'm sorry, Falcons. Your check didn't clear. Okay, the Chiefs pay well. What do you want me to do? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, it's cool, man. All right, so give me your final prediction for the finals, NBA finals. Give me your final prediction.
Oh, all right. NBA Finals. I'm gonna go on the East. I might. I was going with the Celtics to win that series, but I think the Pacers are hot. I'm gonna say Boston and the Celtics, and then I think Celtics pull that off. I think they make it back, but I think the West win this year. I think I was going with Curry and Golden State. I think I don't know, man. It's tough. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Golden State for this win. Curry get his fifth ring, and Butler get his first. So I kind of want Jimmy Butler to win. That's who I would like to see win, only because those two aspects. Other than that, I think Ant Man could get his first. If Ant Man gets his first though this year, it's like the start of the new player. The new face of the league is here. It's Ant Man, without a doubt.
Well,
The start of the era will be Ant Man era.
well, I mean, we'll see. I think,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's going to be Denver, and I think that the Western Conference Finals will be Denver and Minnesota, and I think the East will be Indiana and the Knicks. And yeah, I think it'll be Indiana and Denver, which will disappoint a lot of folks. I agree. I agree. It will disappoint
Oh
a lot,
yeah.
but yeah, I think that's how it's going down, man. I really do. I think that is how it's going down.
Yeah, because the Pacers is really not a big market like that. But I mean, it will be good to get for them to get their first ever championship. That I can remember. I don't. They haven't won one yet ever. No, the Pacers have never won.
No, I don't think
So
that. I don't think.
yeah, it'll be good for them.
Yeah.
At one point, Denver hadn't won one either. Until Joker. So
Mm.
then it'll be put more on Joker's legacy though too as well. Him being that one of the greatest centers to play, and that's him getting his second one.
I
The
think
Joker, man, he a beast, man. He's a beast.
he is. I think he's got a shot at getting his second one. I really do. I think
Yeah.
he's got a good shot at getting it. But I mean, we'll see. Let me ask you this: the NFL is talking about going to an 18 game schedule. Are you for that? And if so, do you think if they do go to an 18 game schedule, that there should be a bye?
All right, I would say that I'm for that as a fan because I would like to see an extra game, but and at the same time, what are we gonna get towards the end of the season, towards that 18, season game? They pretty much gonna pull all their starters out, trying to get them ready for playoffs or whatever. So I mean, but then again, you get those other games where teams are trying to fight in. So I think it would be good for that. But at the same time, um, they do deserve another bye week if you're gonna put 18.
Absolutely.
You gotta rest them up because we're not trying to watch the game without our stars being there.
Yeah,
especially the stars.
100%. Cue the beat. This is my guy Debo Vibes. He is a co-host of mine. We typically do a show on Tuesday morning. However, due to scheduling conflicts, I had something to do. So Debo was gracious enough to join us. So if you want, Q, you can hang out with us. We're about to shift gear to the Falcons, Hawks, Braves, all ATL sports. But you're welcome to hang out with us. If for nothing else, then you are also a DJ, right? Is that correct?
Used to be, yes, sir.
Okay,
absolutely.
So you know what I mean, Q. Look, we're in the middle of a transition. Why don't you give us a beat or something? Give us something to get us going. Give us something, I don't know. Give us something to get us going, Q.
Well, I'm on my phone now because I didn't get the link.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't able to hook it up to the computer, so I just hopped in straight from work. I was trying to get in there earlier, but I was still kind of at work, so I said, I'm gonna jump in as soon as I get out. So
no, I get it, man. We appreciate your tactfulness, brother. We really do. I get it. Wow. Okay. I didn't know DeAndre Hunter wasn't playing tonight. I had him on my prize picks. Damn it. Oh well.
Yeah. So much for that parlay.
So much for that. Depot, what's going on tonight, brother? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, man. You know what I'm saying? I was outside just enjoying this beautiful ATL evening outside, man, relaxing. But I had to rush inside to jump on for my ATL Sports 1. You already know what the deal is, man.
Already know, man, and we're glad to have you. Q, where are you? Where are you in the United States, brother?
Houston, Texas. It's raining out here, by the way.
Oh, in Texas.
H-Town, man. Hey, love it, man. Tell you something. I lived in Houston for about 5 years, man. And Houston, Texas has such an influence on me. I moved there many moons ago, 97. Moved there in 97, right when the whole no limit thing was going on, the cash money thing was going on. And the first thing I was brought privy to was something that was an experience I was not ready for musically and hip-hoply, but all of Houston, the Gulf Coast knew it, was screwed up music, bro.
Yes,
and I was introduced to DJ Screw music. I still to this day, bro. I still got Screw tapes, the little gray Maxell tapes, man. Yes, I got some, man. I went to the Screw Shop a couple of times, man. I think it's on Colin. It's been so long, bro. But man, Houston, Texas is truly one of the most dynamic cities I've ever lived in. Love Houston. Love the food there for sure, man. I lived on the South Side. I lived on Kirby, down the street from the Astrodome. This is how long it was. I was there, but even before Reliance Stadium, I moved from Houston right when Reliance Stadium was completed. So I was, you know what I'm saying, downstream of the Astrodome, man, with the Astros games, man. And I remember Kelly B's, man, Biggio, Bell, and I forgot who the other one was, man. Bagwell. How can I forget Bagwell, bro? Yeah. But yeah, dog, man, Houston, Texas. I recommend that city to anybody who's a traveler who likes good food, good culture. I love Houston, Texas. I miss H-Town so much, man. You know what I mean? So, but man, Houston, Texas all day for sure.
Yes, all right. Appreciate that. I tell everybody come out here. Hey, you looking for a place to move? Hey, you'll get your money worth out here.
For sure. Hey, 100.
Well, hey, if we ever come out there to Houston, man, we'll have to link up at some point, bro. Gotta do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Gotta do it. All right, so we're gonna shift here. Debo, let's get to our Braves. So the Dodgers came into town over the weekend.
Yes.
They gave us the business a little bit.
Yes.
You know, we lost 2 of 3. Now the first game we could have won. All right.
Absolutely. We should have won.
We should
have won, but offense was there. I mean, if you hold the Dodgers, we held them to what? Was the score like 2-1, something like that? Or it was, yeah. I mean, I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? What more can Holmes do? So, you know, but it is what it is though, man. But you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So I tell you what, this season is turning out to be interesting because the
Very.
guys that you thought were going to be there, a la Schwelly and Strider. Well, Strider's injured, right?
Right.
And I don't know what's going on with Schwelly. I don't know if it's pitch recognition. I don't know if it's, they figured out, because the league will figure you out.
Yes.
Everybody can hit 97 nowadays, right?
Right.
So, Schwelly's going to have to change his approach a bit. Let me ask you this question. Q, do you follow baseball? Are you a baseball fan?
A little bit. I used to be a player. That's crazy. So,
you used to play. Okay, what position did you play?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I played shortstop and center field, right field.
Okay,
anywhere where the speed was needed. Oh yeah, I could throw. Yeah, that's back in the day, long time ago. Yeah.
I bet you stayed with it with all the money these guys are making now, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I played all the sports, but baseball was one of the ones I was like, man, I should have stayed with that because I was actually pretty decent. But I got in too late, so I was like, I guess I'll play.
I got a question for you, man, because you say you played shortstop. I've never actually spoke with somebody who actually partook in baseball, and I've always wanted to know.
Yes, you did. I partook in baseball. Yes, you did.
T-Will.
So what I'm on? I played.
T-Will. Okay, this is the first I've heard this shit. Okay, now you're a baseball player. I've never heard of this. I would have been asked, did you play shortstop, T-Will?
I did not.
Okay, all right. May I ask my question? Q, my apologies.
He played catcher.
Yeah, he played what? Hey, T-Will, what'd you play? Left out?
I played left field. I played second.
Okay. Second base.
I didn't have an arm.
You can both answer this. You can both answer this question. Not one time have I ever stepped on the baseball field. So both of y'all have the acumen to answer this question. The difficulty and the timing of catching a ball and having the ability to line yourself up with a first baseman and throw to that location in a certain amount of time. How much training does that take, and what's the trajectory of making it happen? Because I've seen it, so they make it look easy. They're pros. You know what I'm saying? Third baseman gets the ball, throws it across the field. I've seen videos. People don't really appreciate how far third base and shortstop is from the first baseman, and how they can fling the ball that way. What about you, Q? What was it about shortstop that made you want? Well, first of all, want to play that position, but secondly, how difficult truly is that play to even like execute a double play to the second baseman? Stuff like that, man. Like the nuances of the infield game have always intrigued me. So, what is it about that you really, focus your attention on?
Okay, so definitely you definitely want to get the ball first. Grounding to me is probably like the hardest thing to do. Feeling the ground ball that's driven at you like it's at velocity and catching it off the hop, and then coming up to level your shoulders off, square them off, and throw it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty difficult to be able to accurately throw it every time like the pros do it. So I mean, pretty much that's why they're pros, because they 90% of the time they actually are able to make that play,
Mm-hmm.
But the hardest part is to try to throw the ball without hitting the actual player, as you can't hit the actual runner with the ball. So that takes a lot of training to actually be able to make happen. One of the hardest throws I think is trying to get someone, especially if you're the catcher. If you're the catcher, feeling the catcher bunt and throwing it to first without hitting a runner. I always thought that was harder than actually catching the ball from short, throwing it to first, because they have to kind of get their body around the runner to keep from hitting them, from getting that interference call.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot to play in, especially with double plays. I think double plays are probably a little easier than what you would expect it, depending on the situation. Which double play are you gonna go in which situation? Are you gonna
Right.
go, 3-1 or 2-1? Which one you gonna go?
Meaning,
Which will make better sense. So
in
that's
other
kind of
words,
difficult. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
Oh
off.
yeah, you good, you good, you good.
What he's saying, Debo, is before a ball is hit, the second baseman and the shortstop have to figure out who's going to be where.
Right. Is exactly right. Correct.
Right. So let's say it's Ozzy and Nick, right? And Ozzy is shading over more towards the left side of the field, right? Then Ozzy and Nick have to communicate. All right, if I got it to a certain extent, do I need to take it, or are you gonna be able to cover that amount of ground? They got to talk. They got to know where it's going. They got to go. They got to know all of this prior to the pitch being made. That's one thing. And then when you talk about being in a double play combo, you got to get in rhythm with each other, right? So when I played, there were certain shortstops I loved to play with them because they would put the ball at the same time, right? Because let me tell you something. You hate an adventure. I don't want to have to go to second and be. It's up here. No, wait. It's up. No, it's. You know what I mean?
Right.
Same place every time, right? Same place. Get it to me because, and this is back in the day. I'm old as hell. So back in my day, guys could slide across the base and take you out. So
they would take fools out, bro. Absolutely,
right, right. So what you wanted to do then was you wanted to be able to catch the ball and come off the base simultaneously and make your throw. That's one thing.
Absolutely.
The other thing you talked about was throwing somebody out from the outfield. If you're doing that, the first thing you got to do is get into position. So you want to go back as quickly as you can, and you want to be ready to catch the ball like that. And then when you catch it, you want to move forward with the crow hops like that.
Yeah.
You get all of the velocity into the ball. And usually, you know how on a play where the first baseman will come out a little bit to line you up, to give you a line to throw to the catcher.
Right, correct. Yeah, exactly.
That's what he's doing. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's something, man. But yeah,
chemistry definitely would have. I would say chemistry is definitely big between the two players because cheating over also. I mean, they do run plays. You run plays on defense depending on what the pitcher calls. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be kind of reading the pitch and your pitcher, and sometimes the pitcher would be like, "Hey, I'm finna send him your way." So he's trying to throw a pitch perfectly to try to send him your way to actually get the double play. I mean, it's a lot to go with shortstop. I think that's one of the hardest positions.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's why as a shortstop it's really one of the most difficult positions to play, and you know what I'm saying, as far as defense is concerned. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So hey man, let's get back to these Braves. Excuse me, but Elder is pitching out of his mind. What the hell is going on? We got Swelly who's getting lit up like a Christmas tree, and Elder is looking like Greg Maddux. Debo, what the hell is going on?
Hey, it's his time right now. But my thing is this though. My only concern is Elder is that consistency. Can't Elder do this on a consistent basis? That's my question. Has he looked great? Has he looked good? He has. But we're talking about a small sample size of what Elder's been doing. We can't take a small sample size and just forget about what he has done or has not done. But I mean, he's a table setter. He's in a rotation because right now, Strider is out, but he's doing yeoman-like work right now, and he's doing a great job for now. Will it be consistent? That's to be determined right there. But while Strider is out, I'll give Elder kudos that he is filled in quite admirably. Should he be in the rotation? He's only in the rotation right now because Strider's out. Period. And we're getting small sample size of what he's done. So I think we also got to think about this. There's really no pressure on him. He knows that he's not going to be in the rotation once Strider gets back. So he's just going out there and give his best stuff. There's really no pressure, but he's doing a great job though. So I agree with you from that aspect. Now Swelly, that concerns me because Swelly's in the rotation, and the past couple of starts he's had, he's looked erratic. He's looked pissed off. He's looked like he don't know. I'm not gonna say he don't know what's going on, but the composed Swellenbach that we seen from last year, translated this year, it's not looking Swelly like. We can just chalk it up to a couple of bad starts, but he's starting to look erratic out there. And you know what I'm saying, particularly when a call does go his way from the umpire, he gets all unraveled, and that's when it starts right there. But again, he's Swelly. He'll get it together.
Look, he's got a firm command of 6 pitches. So I have nothing but confidence in him. But to your point, he has looked a little rattled. And the league will adjust, man. People don't realize this about sports. And you know, Q, you played. People will figure you out. That's in any sport. They will figure you out. And the only way you're going to stay there is you have to evolve in this game, right? Yeah. So they figure out, look, in every 3-2 count, he throws a fastball. Maybe you got to start throwing changeups. Maybe you got to start throwing curveballs. But either way, you're going to have to figure out a pattern to counter what they're doing. And I don't know if it's a sophomore jinx, sophomore slump, whatever you want to call it. Right. But that's what it is. We got to get to some house business right here. We got to do some housekeeping. Carrie says, Debo.
Miss Carrie, baby. What's up, Miss Carrie?
In the house.
Miss Carrie, what's up?
Chucky says, schoolboy Q numb juice, guaranteed burn out of the parking lot. Trust me. Chucky, I don't know what the hell you just said, but okay.
I have no idea where that came from.
Now, that's my cousin.
I have no earthly idea where that came from.
No idea what the hell my cousin is talking about. I have no idea. Let's see. I love Houston. My aunt used to live there in the late 90s and early 2000s. Okay.
Beautiful city. Love Houston, Texas. Love Houston, Texas.
Chucky said you got to have an arm for sure. Speaking of arms, did you see that play last night where that guy, the left fielder, makes a play, tumbles over, hits the wall, and breaks his arm?
Very concerning. You're talking about Callahan. I don't know if you saw a Q. Callahan, and he was just in the majors throwing. That was just his 4th game in the majors. Yeah, man. I'm talking about full speed into the wall, and he like you touched on that, and that's thus the inside the park home run from Matt Olson. He's going for the ball right at the warning track. It stays fair. He has it in his glove for a second, but he had to run. I don't know how many yards this dude ran, but by the time he got to the ball, let's say he was at full speed, literally running a full sprint.
Yeah,
has the ball for a brief second, doesn't make the catch. The ball falls fair. It's a fair ball. It's a live ball. This man trajectory slammed into the wall. I watched baseball for years, for over 35 years. I've never seen a outfielder slam into a wall like that man did yesterday. Yeah, he literally exploded into the damn wall.
Yeah, and his arm shattered. Like
his arm shattered in 3 places.
It was hard to watch.
It was very hard to watch, bro. I mean, and the thing about he's just laying there. The ball's right next to him.
Right.
The ball's literally right next to his leg, but he can't do that. The man, he's down.
He can't do anything.
He can't do nothing. The young man's name is Callahan, the left fielder for the Cincinnati Reds, man, and that was so horrible. And thankfully, he was able to walk off the field, but they was very gingerly taking care of his arm. Why they didn't walk out there with air casts, I have no idea.
Yeah, I
don't get that. I mean, but he walked off, and that unfortunately that ended that man's season, maybe his career, bro.
I hope it didn't end his career.
I hope it didn't, but we both saw the same thing. You saw what I saw.
Yeah. I'll tell you what that reminded me of. There's a picture. His name was Tony something or another. And what I'm about to tell you, Evo, it's going to shake you to the core. I'm going to forewarn you, because he did it twice. And just to think about it gives me the Sams and the Willies. But he's making a pitch.
Okay.
And as he's making a pitch,
his arm broke.
His elbow explodes.
Right, I think I remember that. Yeah,
hear it on camera. His arm, literally, after he makes the pitch, his arm is dangling.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
I remember that.
He did that twice.
Did he play for the Giants?
I don't know. I know he played for the Marlins. I don't know who else he played for.
Cause I remember that happened to somebody in the Giants where he threw the ball, and as they threw it, the arm just shattered.
It shattered. I can't remember his name, but that specific thing happened to him twice, where he's throwing it and his arms. And when I tell you, it was so gruesome to watch. The only thing that I can think of, and you will never find this on the internet because they've taken it down.
Right.
But there was a play, the 98 Falcons, the first year we went to the Super Bowl, we played the 49ers in the Dome. Garrison Hurst makes a cut.
Oh God, yeah, dude, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it. He
makes the cut, and this is on that old turf cue.
That hard turf. That hard turf.
Caught, and the rest of his leg snaps, and you see his leg flip around like a windmill. Like
and it's clear. And it's clear.
Oh,
it's clear.
God.
The whole world sees it. Yeah.
Wow. I'm surprised he even came back from that. To be honest with you, and he came back, but bro,
he came back and had one. He came back, and I think, golly, what year? 2000 or I forgot what year it was, man. But he had a 98-yard touchdown run, the first game against the Jets. Yeah, so he came back in a major way, bro. You know what I mean? So we'll see. But yeah. Sports injuries are some of the most gruesome injuries, man. So,
bro, that one was so bad. So that one was bad. The one with Joe Theismann was bad. And we're going way back. Who was
Alex Smith was bad.
You said who?
Alex Smith
when he was on the Redskins.
Yes. Oh, God.
I haven't. The worst one I've seen. The worst one I've seen. It had to be, I want to say 94 or 95. It was the Oakland Raiders versus the Philadelphia Eagles. The Raiders were in Oakland. It was like 4th and 2, and they had the short yards unit out there. The Raiders had a fullback named Napoleon McCallum. He takes the ball, and they stop him. But as they stop him, his leg does this. The other way. The other way, and they kept showing it.
Oh my God!
Yeah. So pretty much, imagine you bending your leg, bending your knee, but the wrong way, other way.
What movie was that? It was a movie where these aliens and their knees bent.
Oh yeah, the little black boy turned into one and ran away at the end.
Yeah. That's how he looked. Oh my God.
Yeah. Like I said, I've seen some gruesome ones too. Yeah. When you play sports, you know what you're signing up for, bro.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Well, so look on from the injuries now.
Right.
Braves got an interesting because they could go to a 6-man rotation. They very well could do that. If Elder keeps throwing like he's throwing, you may have to. You know, I don't know. I mean, again, Sale is older. Strider's coming off of an injury. So if you want to preserve them for the playoffs, maybe that's the way to go. I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I would. Me personally, I would. The only reason is that 6-man rotation is good, but in that 6-man rotation, you want quality.
Yeah, you do.
Is Elder quality? That's my question.
We don't know. I mean,
you don't know. So why would you put a question mark into the rotation?
Well, I mean, if he's your 6th starter, you're just looking for him to. I don't know, man. Look, I get it.
I get what you're saying. I would rather see, to be honest with you, I'd rather see Elder in the bullpen.
No, I think he'd be worse in the bullpen because he doesn't throw gas, right? He doesn't throw gas. Elder has to be perfect. But
I got you.
He's figured something out, man.
He has. He's figured absolutely
something out. I don't know, you know.
Right.
You don't have to throw 98 to be successful. It helps. Don't get me wrong, it helps, but you don't necessarily have to throw 98 to be successful. So I don't know, guys.
Yeah,
Braves are playing the Reds. We got to take 2 out of 3. Good game last night. Hate the way that kid got injured. Glad we got the victory. I don't know what the score is tonight. Do you know the score?
No, I'm looking right now. Sales mowing them down right now. 0-0 at the end of 4th.
No.
Yeah, right now 0-0.
All right, so we got to eke this one out.
Yeah, and fortunately, there's no hit. Well, I don't think there's no hitter going on right now, but hopefully nobody jinx it.
All right. So, couple other things I want to do, and Debo, thank you for joining me. And Q.
Oh man, thanks for having me, man.
I appreciate y'all. I want to talk about these Hawks. The Hawks recently fired Landry Fields, and I want to know how you guys feel about it. And let's start with you, Q. From the outside looking in, I know you're not a Hawks fan. Well, you're not a Hawks fan, are you? Who's your basketball team?
The Lakers. I mean, I grew up a Lakers fan, but I'm like we were talking about earlier. I'm just not really fond of the direction
that they're going. Okay, all right. So Landry Fields got fired a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you have an opinion on it, but give me your opinion, Q. Give me your thoughts on that.
I think, I mean, it's an okay decision if y'all looking to rebuild. That's what it seems like it's leaning towards, like a complete teardown for the Hawks and starting over. I've seen a lot of frustration last game from Trae Young. Quite a few players.
Yeah.
It looks like it's time to restart, like see what we can do with making trades and trying to figure out. So I guess they started from the top to the bottom,
Okay, all right. Debo, your thoughts?
No, I've been told you. I have no idea. I don't, we discussed it. I have no idea why the hell they fired Landry Fields. The man. I asked that question like a month ago. The man had a job on Saturday. He got fired on Monday. What the hell happened in 48 hours? No one's been able to answer that question.
Oh wow!
They did press the Orlando Magic did their thing, whatever the case may be. They had the end of season interview, and then they interview him. Someone asked him, "What do you see? Are you excited about the outlook of this team, the Atlanta Hawks?" He said, "I'm very happy. I'm very excited about you." He said, "Whatever." And 40 hours later, he's fired. So what the hell happened between 48 hours from him doing his press conference to him getting fired? No one can answer that question. No one can answer that question. I don't get it because, again, you look at the moves that man made. He drafted Ricochet, all right, over Sarr. He definitely won over that one. We can all agree. Drafted Ricochet over Sarr?
Without a doubt.
That's one victory right there.
Yeah.
He you know what I'm saying? He brought in, he traded DeJounte to the Pelicans. For you know what I mean? For Daniels and Nance. Daniels was he didn't get it, but in my opinion, he was the defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Dyson Daniels.
Yes, he was.
Dyson Daniels increases the point average by 10.
Yes, he did.
For the previous season. So that's a win.
Yeah.
You trade away Hunter, which again, when it happened, I'm like, there's a salary dump, they're tanking. No, sir. No, they weren't. They brought in Yang and they brought in Curls Vert. Two integral pieces that fit. I just mentioned 3 moves that worked. 3 of them, bro. So how the hell does this man get fired? He's not coaching the team.
I don't get it.
He's not coaching the team.
I don't get it.
Somebody tell me how Landry Fields got. How did this man get fired? But again, the main thing I want to know is what the hell happened between Saturday and that Monday.
What I don't get is Landry Fields was cleaning up decisions made by the ownership group.
By the ownership, exactly.
So if you're mad
by Tony Wrestler, exactly.
If you're mad at the product he's cleaning up your stuff. He's cleaning up your mess. You traded for DeJounte because Trae liked them and sent them God knows how many. You did that. You traded Kevin Hurt. So. You signed Kevin Hurt. You signed John. Oh, shit. What's John's last name that we traded to Utah?
John Collins. John Collins.
You did these bad deals. He's cleaning up your mess.
Right. And then you fire him. Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing that I can think of is that maybe, and I'm trying to look at it positively, maybe the Hawks are ready to make some big boy deals, and they just like Landry Phillips couldn't do that.
If you want to make big boy deals and let Landry Fields do his job, who else is going to make it? Kyle Korver?
I don't know.
Who's going to do it?
Well, the guy that who they hire? Issa, somebody or
Issa.
Yeah, some other dude. Yeah, we don't even know that dude's name, so we don't know that guy's name. We don't know his name, so he gonna do a better job than Landry Fields?
Apparently, that's how they feel.
Apparently so. If that's the case, then we're gonna have a hell of a summer for the Hawks because we can have some superstars up in here.
Well, that's the way they have to be looking at it. Because
We got Carrie said, Debo, to your defense, I don't know that T will play. Shots fired, bro. Miss Carrie said, bro, you calling bullshit. You didn't play baseball either. I've never heard this. That's what I'm talking about. She ain't heard shit either. I've never. T-Will.
You're gonna make me pull out my uniform.
Yeah, do it.
Pull out my little league uniform.
Yeah.
What you're gonna do?
T-Will, we've been doing the show for almost 6 months. I've never not one time heard you say anything about you playing baseball. You always say you play and you were a beast in flag football. Now you won't tell me you're a beast in flag football. I got you. I totally get it. Superstar. Not one time. And that's why I like you. Okay, you played baseball before. Oh, my hat too. What the fuck? Where'd that come from? I didn't know that.
He was saving it for a rainy day.
Carrie said the same thing. Carrie, she said the same thing. I never heard this either. Only knew he. Oh damn! And hey man, hey, walk off. Hey, look at the walk off. Hey, T-Will. Only knew he went through the drive-through. Damn, bro.
Oh wow.
Damn. Hey, mic drop. Mic drop.
Wow, Carrie, that is foul.
Mic drop.
Mic
drop. But we'll see what happens with the Hawks, man. We'll see.
I think they restarted, man. I think they finna start over. They're gonna trade everybody away.
I don't think they need to start over though. The only reason they didn't get as far as they could, I strongly believe that because Jalen Johnson got injured. Correct. We had Jalen Johnson, Ricochet, Trey Young, Dyson Daniels, and Onyeka Okongwu. That's a hell of a five right there. You get Curtis LeVert off the bench, you get Yang off the bench. That's a hell of a team right there.
Right.
Young too. Young.
And thank you. And a young team.
Yeah.
Well, so my thing is hell. If you're gonna sit here and fire Larry Fields, you need to fire Quinn Snyder.
No. Yeah. Okay. First off,
my point is that Fields, and like I said, no one can make sense. So I might have it wrong though. I might see it from optical view. I just need to figure out why the hell this man got fired.
I don't think you're wrong. I because I definitely think he won those trades. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I had the Hawks winning 12 to 15 games this year. Like I thought we were going to perpetually suck. So they far exceeded my expectations. You developed Dyson Daniels into a starter, and he became a defensive player of the year. You developed Jay into arguably a candidate for the rookie of the year. You know, you could make an argument that he should have won it. Okay, he didn't, but that's a win. You got JJ, who, if he doesn't get hurt, oh my God. So you definitely have pieces there. I don't get it. Carrie says, that's what you get for blocking me from your YouTube, T-Will. Did you tell Debo you blocked me?
Goddamn, what the hell?
I blocked her by accident. So last week we're having.
Damn, what you doing, bro?
You gotta hear me, Debo. You gotta hear me. So last week we're doing the show.
Right.
And this asshole, not Carrie, I love her, but this asshole is in here advertising for somebody, right?
Okay.
And it's agitating me. So I go to block him, and as I go to block him, I click on Carrie's instead of his. I click on her YouTube, and I blocked her by accident. I didn't mean to block her, and I told her this when I did it last week. I didn't mean to block her, but I did. I'm sorry, Carrie. You know how I feel about it.
That the T-Will sounds suspect.
Hey, I got something for y'all. I was digging in some old, because I collect football stuff, sports stuff. Just stuff I have.
Okay.
Let me show y'all something.
Oh man, he about to show us something. Oh, what is?
I don't know if y'all can see this.
Oh, that's a picture. Okay, hold up.
Yeah,
Let me see if I can find
1990 Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, the Jerry Glanville picture. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We are family picture. Yeah. Is that the Jerry Glanville picture?
yeah, got prime time on there. Andre
Andre
Rison,
Rison. Yeah. Jesse
Chris
Tuggle.
Miller. Yeah,
Oh
I
wow.
remember that picture. Man.
it's
Oh wow.
authentic.
Where did you
I was like,
get, bro? Where'd you get that from?
1990.
Gee
It's
whiz.
been having it for a while.
Yeah.
Do you know
Back
how
in
much?
Blair. Dion. All them boys in that picture, man.
I
Yeah,
wonder how
yeah.
much it's worth. I wonder how much it's worth.
That's why I've been holding on to it just to see how much it'll be worth.
Yeah.
I got all kind of collectible cards.
Would you ever sell that?
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah. I got cards from the 90s.
Somebody will buy. I'm telling you, somebody will buy it.
Somebody would buy it.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Because the 1990 Falcons, man. Well, actually, I take that back. The 91 Falcons, they were too legit to quit. The 90 Falcons,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, the 90 Falcons. That's when it went back to black. That was I want to say the 25th anniversary of the Falcons, and that's when Jerry Glanville's first year. So Jerry Glanville, we had Marion Campbell, etc. He comes in. And he says, you know what, we're going to do things my way. We're going to switch everything to black. Black was Jerry Glanville's favorite color. You know what I mean? So he decided to overhaul the whole team. No more red, white, and black. We said we're going to do black. That's it. And they went out there. That was Deion Sanders' second year. The first game they had was against the Oilers, and that's when Deion picked up Warren Moon, high step, 81 yards to get a touchdown. But the next year, though, the 91 Falcons, one of the best teams assembled ever. Personality-wise, talent-wise, overall marketing. I'm from Vegas. I was back in Vegas, and we were rocking out with the Falcons back then because of Andre Rison, Deion Sanders primetime. You know what I'm saying? Even Brian Jordan was doing his thing. Tim McKyer was doing his thing. Chris Miller, Rozier. You know what I mean? And it was something, right, man. But them 90 that right there, what you showed, I guarantee somebody will get it off your hands. You can get a pretty penny, bro. Real talk.
Absolutely, I'm gonna hang on to it. Most definitely.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So speaking of our Falcons, Debo, we'll close with this. We made our picks. I'm happy with our picks.
Mm-hmm.
I think we drafted positions of need. I think we will institute the two pass rushers as bookends or use them on the same side, but either way, they will see significant time this year. I think we will take Xavier Watts and play him in the slot. And I do think that
we're gonna play the other guy in the slot, man. Xavier Watts, the guy we got for Oklahoma, Barron. I think he ain't Barron. What's his name?
Billy Bowman. We'll play
Bowman. Yeah, he's one thing. We'll be in the slot, but we got surefire starting strong safety and Xavier Watts, bro. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. You're good. So I think we did well. I see this team winning 11 games. Mm-hmm. I see us definitely gaining a playoff spot. Give me your prediction or give me your thoughts on the draft and the moves that we made. And give me your prediction on how many games you see us winning this season.
No, man, I think 11. I think 11. That's a good number right there. We have to win the South, though. We have to. It's going to be two horse race between us and the Bucks. Hey, shout out to Carolina. I think that the Carolina moves they made, they'll be a much more better team, a better assembled team. You know what I mean? I think their head coach is just like second year. He's an offensive guru, so I think he'll do better. The Saints I think the Saints might go 1-16. They have no quarterback right now. They're in total rebuild right now, so I'm not worried. That's the last thing I'm worried about. I'm not worried. I'm worried about, but I definitely think that we can go. I would say the floor is 10-7. The ceiling, why not? 12-5. The offense is there. There's not a single weak piece. There's not a weak piece. We've addressed everything that we had to address, and we got some absolute studs with Xavier Watts at safety, and James Pierce, and everybody talking about, we gave too much for James Pierce. You don't know that. So here's my thing. Right now is what May 6th. Right now it's May 6th. Right now, anybody we'll fast forward to a couple months and well later on in the year it's October or November and James Pierce has like 8 sacks. Do you think we still gave too much? That's my question to them. You don't know what a man what you can't question a draft pick when he hasn't even stepped on the field yet.
Right.
Period. Right. And you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And Jalon Walker, man, come on. So overall, we got 4 starters. We got 4 starters, I believe, in this year's draft. You look at this year's draft, you look at last year's draft. Last year's draft was used as hoping they can contribute. None of them contribute. None of them. Except for Michael Penix, you know what I'm saying? And we got a little bit of Rook, you know what I'm saying? Rook, he did his thing. But as far as like being straight contributors on an everyday basis, basically all of them were redshirted for this year. They were all redshirted. We were the only team in the league who had a bunch of rookies who didn't contribute. You name me one other team in the NFL who didn't have no rookie contribute for that year. Name one.
I can't.
Michael Penix Jr., man, eventually he got in after 3 games. Rook, again, I'm excited as hell about Rook. You know what I mean? Berlin Trice got injured, unfortunately. Jace McClellan, no. You know, we traded away. We cut Zion Logue. He didn't even make the squad. You know, Dorless, we'll see. We got a lot. Dorless, we'll see. JD Bertrand, we'll see.
I'm interested about Dorless because he really didn't get a shot last. So I'm really interested to see.
Yeah, but same thing about T-Will, they didn't play. He was not active for until week 11.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So why is that the case?
Well, I've heard that Jimmy Lake just didn't like him. No, I heard 2 things. I heard one, he didn't know the playbook. Then when I threw that at Scott Karisic, Scott was like, he knew the playbook. Jimmy Lake just didn't like him. And since I know Scott, I'm going to go with Scott's version.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Jimmy Lake just didn't like him. But like I say, man, I think this Falcons team is going to shock some folks this year. I really do. I think we're going to win 11 games. And contingent upon how things go, look, we might be able to make a little noise. You never know.
The main thing I'm excited about is Coach Ollie.
Yeah.
He's the man. I think he's the key. You bring in some talent like him, and he can be more than a D-line coach. He's going to have his hand on defense as much as Jeff Albrecht is, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's already in there. He's already working with young fellas. So, you know, but we got to see. But definitely, I think the floor would be 10-7.
Yeah. I think I agree. I think we'll win 11 games. Q.
Yes, sir.
Your tight end. Your beloved tight end, who is in love with Taylor Swift. He's gonna marry her. I think she's preggers. She prego right now? I think she is preggers. I'm not sure. He looked awful in the Super Bowl. He looked like he didn't want to be there. Or I'm not going to say that. He looked like he was conflicted, right? Like, I'm here, but I really don't know that I want to be here. But I kind of want to be here, but I don't know. But I'm normally good in Super Bowls, and I need to turn it on, but I can't turn it on right now. Okay. I was wondering why you didn't make a Q. You there? I think we lost Q.
Oh, we did. Oh yeah, he froze up. Yeah, he froze up, bro. Yeah. He's still striking that pose. Yeah, that's when you know somebody froze up, bro.
I think he froze.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna ask him is, like, do you think he comes back? How are you feeling about Travis? Because Travis looked at conflict with himself, right? Travis looked like. Here's Q. All right, Q, you back? Let's see if we can get you back. Q, you there? Damn, it's still not doing it.
The suspense is killing me.
The suspense is killing us, Q.
But I mean, he's coming back. But I mean, like I said, fall time is undefeated. So we're looking at Travis Kelce, who is not going to be a Travis Kelce that we knew about. So I mean, we knew Carrie, T-Will, you starting rumors about Taylor Swift now?
I am. I think Taylor is preggers. Let me check it out.
You need to check it, bro, because you said a bold statement. You said bold statement. Going back to Travis Kelce, even if he's just like 70%, 75%, and back to what you said about a little bit ago, like he looked uninterested in not performing in the Super Bowl last year. That whole offense looked uninterested.
No, he did, but Travis just looked out of it, man.
That whole offense did. The Eagles put it on him. Yeah, the whole offense had 32 yards in the first half.
I'm not. Oh my! You see, Craig? Do you see, Craig?
You pregnant, bro?
Hell no.
You pregnant, bro?
I ain't that progressive, bro. Hey, wait a minute now. You go.
Hey, bro. Hey, talk to me, man. It's all good, man.
Make me cuss up in here.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you talking. Though. You pregnant, bro? Hey, and now starting to make sense. And now things start to make sense, bro. Now starting to make sense. Hey, Debo, I can't make today's show, man. I ain't feeling so good, man. Things started making sense. Okay, hey, Debo, can we push this back? Hey, Debo, can we push this show back? I really ain't feeling so hot today this morning, man. Yeah, we'll push it. Can we go push it back to Friday, Debo? I was like, all right, cool. Oh my God. Hey, it's all good, man. I gotta say, just tell the truth, bro. I'm here. I ain't gonna judge you, bro. I ain't gonna judge you, man. It's all good. But shit started to make sense now, something within the past 90 seconds, dog. Shit started to make sense.
Oh wow.
Yo, it's storming out here, man. My apologies.
Yeah, them. Let me tell y'all something. Those Houston Texans storms are storms that are relentless. Yeah, I know we got bad storms down here. Particularly a couple days ago, we had matter of fact, there was a tornado like a half mile from me a couple days ago up in Morrow and Lake City area. But those Houston storms, because all the moisture from the Gulf, unreal. Yeah. Unreal. Yeah, so no, I feel you, man. So yeah, if your internet goes out, trust me, man. Those H-Town storms ain't no joke at all, man.
Golly, man. That's crazy.
Miss Carey, breaking news. She's not pregnant. What the hell are you talking about, T-Will?
Hey, I'm just saying the rumors, okay? I've heard rumors, okay?
Okay, it's all right.
Craig in here starting this mess. Let's see. Carey.
You got motion sickness.
Oh, man. Hey,
just reveal. Hey, Rihanna, what you got? Oh, the hot sauce, bro. There you go. Let him know. You gotta let him know. Let him know.
Hang on me, Craig.
Let me ask y'all a question, man. Because Carey brought it up. What's up with this whole Met Gala thing? What's up with that thing, man?
Man, I have no idea. Supposedly, I don't even know if we can talk about it.
I can care less about it. Apparently, just to be in it or be considered, you pay $400,000. Just that whole thing. Everybody's talking about Andre 3000 and the piano on his back, breaking the internet, all that other stuff. Saquon Barkley was, and it's like, okay. I'm like, okay, it's fat. I guess you gotta be associated with fashion to fully to understand and appreciate it. But
I think it's a rebellion against big industry fashion norms. Is what
okay.
I mean, I'll leave it at that. You know, Yuri's in the music business, so he would know. Yuri, what's going on? What's going on, Yuri? Yuri says everyone's pregnant these days, Carey. Now take that. And Yuri loves his steak medium well.
Let me tell you, let me tell you something. Yuri, I thought I was a foodie. Have you seen some of the pictures he be posting, these restaurants he be going to?
Hey, let me tell you something. Yuri living well, okay?
He's living a good life, dog.
Yuri is living that good life because
he's living a good life.
Every restaurant I see Yuri go to, I'm like, damn, I'm jealous. I'd be mad as hell.
I'm just looking.
2 o'clock in the morning. I've been, dude. Damn, he does. Yeah, Yuri is that dude, man.
I'm sitting there doing food review. I'm doing food review on chicken wings, and he's sitting there showing like a ribeye steak, medium rare with couscous and asparagus. I'm like, yo, yeah, I'm okay.
Yuri is that dude, man. Let me tell you something. Yuri is that dude. I want to be Yuri when I grow up.
For sure.
Q, this is something we ask everybody. How do you like your steak, sir? How do you like it? Do you like it medium? Do you like it rare? You like it well? You like it medium well? How do you like your steak prepared?
Yeah. Medium well.
Yes, yes, love it, love it.
Yeah.
So, Carrie,
I don't really like the. I tried rare, but I don't really like the flavor of. Yeah.
See,
you're good. Our producer Carrie, she says, "Well done steak is for losers."
I can't.
I know I hear this all the time.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
But you're good. You're good.
If you go, because here's a difficulty thing with medium well. If you cook a medium well steak, it becomes well done if it sits there. If steak sits there, it eventually becomes medium well. That's why I always go medium to medium rare.
Yeah,
I need to. I'm not going to sit here and go to some high end. I'm not going to sit here and go to Davio's and Buckhead and pay $60 for a steak and have it make it well done. Let me ask you a question. If you go to a high end restaurant, GQ, would you still ask your steak to be medium well?
No, I wouldn't even get the steak. I'll get something else.
Yes, I love steak. I would eat steak every day.
I would get something else.
I would get medium well. I love me some medium well. I don't care. I'm getting medium well every time. I love steak.
Because if you just go ahead and eat it, it wouldn't even be a problem. You know, if you just eat it, chop it down real quick.
Yeah. Hey.
Fair enough.
Do you guys have Roof Chris in Houston, Q?
Yeah. Downtown, yeah.
Have you ever been?
No.
Oh my God, you got to go. You have to go.
If I may.
You have to go.
If I may, the reason being, T-Will, again, we're talking about Houston, Texas. They have unbelievable steakhouses that are not like Ruth's Chris. I totally get it. We love Ruth's Chris. You know what I'm saying? I love Ruth's Chris. I've been there one time. It was cool. But the steaks in forget Houston, in Texas are so unbelievably good. And that's why people go there for on the steak challenge. We got able to eat like a 72-ounce steak in like 10 minutes or some shit. You know what I'm saying? The steaks there, the beef comes from Texas. The Texas steak, a steak from Texas is something at a totally different level. So, yeah.
Hey, man. Yuri says Mastro's. I wish we had Mastro's in Atlanta. Have you ever been to Mastro's?
When I was in Atlanta. Yeah.
Okay. He's saying there's not one in Atlanta.
No,
I've been to Mastro's before. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he said they have one. So Carrie says it's an annual big fundraising fashion event in New York City. I just like to see the outfits. Yeah, that piano on the back, I don't even know, what the hell, Andre?
He did because he could do it. Yeah. He did because he could do it. He's Andre. He's three stacks. He did it. So, you know.
There's no way he could have gotten in the car and drove with that. So somebody had to attach that on his way in, right? Like, there's no way I'm getting my SUV with this big ass piano on my back. So
true that. Yeah. The only thing I think of, he got a car, he stood there, another, you know what I'm saying, sprinter truck comes behind, brings the piano back, straps it on him, and proceeds.
I mean, that's the only way. That's the only way I can think of, man.
I'm like you, T-Will. I can't see him just sitting driving with that piano. Yeah, it's not. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I saw pictures of it. It's very interesting. You know, and hey, it's you know, I'm not a fashion guru by no means, but a lot of outfits I saw were very interesting, and this is part of their culture. So, hey.
I tell you what, I can't see. I can't see my wife going anywhere with me with the piano on my back. I really,
you gotta give it a shot, bro. You give it a shot. See what happens.
I can't see that. No, I can't see us remaining married, Debo.
Oh wow, yeah, we don't want that. Okay,
let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys. If you're going somewhere, right, with your significant other, and you love this girl, okay, but before y'all walk in, she's like, "Hold up, 1 second, baby."
Okay.
And she puts this big ass harp on her back. Are you?
Was like our first date, or what was it? Just or
you're married.
You're married. Okay.
Are you going in with her, or are you sitting this one out?
Let me tell you something, bro.
Start with you, Debo.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna wait.
I'm gonna tell you something. If we see her driving, she must have nigga, we married, we boot up, whatever, and we get out, we about to hit up, you know what I'm saying, Fogo de Show in Buckhead or Davio's in Buckhead, a good restaurant, and she slaps a harp on her back like that.
A big ass harp.
A big ass harp. I'll proceed. But I'm be like, okay, later tonight, you better do. We gonna do some freaky ass things with that damn harp that you just put on. Because if we walk in this damn restaurant with this damn harp on, we gonna do some crazy things later on. But again, if that's what you want, she's my boo. I'll totally support it. I'll be surprised as hell. I'll totally support it.
Oh my God! All right. Q, same question. Are you walking in? Are you?
I'm gonna get a big ass hat to match.
Damn! Wow.
Yeah. But you're not gonna know though. You mind your own business. You know what I'm saying? Y'all pull up. Yeah. You don't have her hand on standby. You wouldn't even know she did it.
You're right.
You just walk out. Y'all like, yeah, let's go, baby. Also, you turn around like, what the fuck? And she straps on the big ass harp.
Bro. First
yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and take one for the team, man.
You gotta take one for the team. That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
If that's what, what they say, happy wife, happy life. That's what they say, man.
I'm gonna tell you something. Have y'all ever seen Pulp Fiction?
Yes, oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You know the scene where he accidentally blows the guy's head off?
Yeah, in the back seat, for no reason. Yeah.
Like, this is some unforgivable, repugnant shit. We switch it. You need to be the motherfucker on brain detail. I can't believe this. That's how I'm gonna be. That's the conversation Kim and I are gonna have on the way home. I'm going to take it for the team. But we on that way home, I'm gonna be like, Kim, what the hell? What the hell, Kim? What is going on? Why would you do that, Kim? I have friends there.
But
I have a show. I'm a public figure, and now everybody next week.
You are a public figure, bro. Yeah.
My wife. What the hell?
Hear me out. T-Will. What if y'all go in there and have just an amazing dining experience because of it?
How the hell we gonna do that? She got this big ass harp on her back. Like, where is she gonna sit? That's another thing.
Well, that's another thing. Yeah, where the hell she gonna sit? Yeah. They ain't gonna be on. They can't be on damn booth.
Sit
right.
You can't sit in a booth.
I'm gonna tell you why I'd be mad. Right? You guys really want to know the truth?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Because halfway into it, I'm gonna be the idiot with the harp on my back because she's gonna get tired and be like, "Honey, can you take this?" And I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I know you did not.
Right?
I know you do not have me in here with this big ass harp on."
Then you gotta take care of it, bro.
The internet is. This will be on everybody's site.
Yep, and then here come the cameras. Yep.
And it'll be crazy if somebody start playing it while it was on our head.
Oh my God!
And they did
exactly.
Right. Like that.
Right.
But
you might. It could turn out to be a internet sensation. You never know, bro. You gotta be open-minded, bro.
Craig is so stupid. So Craig.
I saw Big Low at the Met Gala in his pimp suit. Damn, Big Low made to the gala. God damn, bro.
Then he says, dressing like that is how you get pregnant in the first place. Boy, I tell you, that damn Craig ain't right, man. That damn Craig, he could get a check. That boy ain't right. Craig is hilarious, man. Craig and Mike make me laugh. Craig and Mike.
Shout out to Mike, man. Shout out to homie Mike, man.
They make me laugh, man. They really do. Wow. All right, guys. Well, hey, this has been fun. Q, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate this. We really enjoyed it.
I can't ask my 1990s topic.
You saw what?
I can't ask my 1990s topic.
Yes, you can.
Oh, we can say we can say on Friday, bro. It's all good, man.
We got time tonight. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm putting out there. We got time tonight. Your boy ain't got to jump up and I gotta go. No, ain't nothing tonight, bro.
Hey, put your topic out there, brother. What you got? You got it.
It's easy. It's real easy, man. 1990s. It could be rap. It could be hip hop. It could be R&B. It could be whatever. Tell me your top 3, or it could be top 5, whichever memorable it is. hooks of a song.
Ooh.
Oh,
Where the hook made the song. Where that hook came on, everybody lost their mind. Everybody like, F the song, this damn hook off the chain.
Okay, so I'm kind of weird. So I don't know what it's gonna be for you.
No.
For me. I think Debo is making up for lost time. Because Debo is going in on me today. Golly, I'm just
Hey man, this Debo at the dark, bro. This is not the T-Wil. This is not the morning Debo. This is not the morning Debo. This is Debo at the dark, bro.
Oh shit! Damn. Okay.
What you
Wow.
What you got?
Wow. What the hell were we talking about? Okay, hooks.
Yeah,
You
I remember
said
hook.
right? So, all right. Gin and juice for me is one.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. Good one. Good one. Okay.
Gin and juice is
it could be R&B too. Like I said, it could be R&B if you want to be R&B.
I would say R&B.
Either one. Either one.
Go ahead.
Knocking boots.
That was one of mine, bro. That's one of my mines. Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. There's a song by Luke Skywalker. Don't stop, get it. Don't stop, get it. I wanna rock. I wanna rock. That one. I met my wife at a club on that song. So that's one of my favorites. And then the one that's in my head, even though I think it was released in 2002, What's Love by Fat Joe. I love that hook. Oh my God, I love that hook. I don't even know why. So
Gin and juice.
Yeah, those are my three. Those are my three. So you got Gin and Juice, like me. Yeah. You got Knocking the Boots. That's two. Okay. Who else you
got? I already know one of mine. My top one, just a hook alone. The hook by itself is Daisy Dukes by Deuce.
Oh, look at that girl with them Daisy Dukes.
Come on, baby, kick them daisies. Yeah, that's mine right there. That's one of them right there.
Oh, wait a minute. What about Whoop? There it is. Whoop,
that's a good one.
Oh, yeah. Big Papa by B.I.G.
Good. I love them when they call me Big. Yeah. Big Papa. Yeah. Another one, another hook to the R&B side. Definitely Bump and Grind by R. Kelly, the original. I don't see nothing. That verse, that hook has been redone. Rappers have put it in their raps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's one right there.
The remix because
I love the remix. Yeah, I love the remix, period.
I love the remix better than the original because it's a faster. I love that remix. Okay. I love that remix. Let's switch topics for a sec. Give me a song where the remix was better in your opinion than the original.
No, we talked about it last week. SWV, the Right Here remix, Right Here Human Nature remix.
My brother's giving me shit. No KRS-One.
Yeah, bro. Hey, good point. Hey, let's stop right quick. T-Wil, you might give us your top 5 artists of all time. Yeah, yeah. T-Wil, can't KRS-One better than Biggie, right? Ain't that what you said?
Hey, I didn't say it was better. I said KRS-One was on.
You did a top. I want everybody in the chat. Hear what I'm saying? We did a top 5 lyricists. It was me, you, I think Chris Tipmore. We did our top 5 lyricists of all time.
Yeah.
You totally left Biggie out.
It was an oversight.
And was it? Because we told you what we dude, don't do that. Because we brought up, like you let Biggie out. You was like, it's my list, and I think KRS-One is better than Biggie. And that was it, bro. I was like, okay, let's end this show.
I like KRS-One better than Biggie.
And then I remember the next show, I'm a smart ass. So the next show I put on a Biggie shirt. And then you was like, well, maybe he could be honorable mention. What the fuck? You double down, bro.
Oh, wow.
Good call. Hey, Eric, good call. Chucky, let's see, man. Yeah.
Chucky, give me your top 5 hip hop. Give me your top 5 rappers, Chucky. Whatever, Eric. Whatever. It's my opinion.
It's like, hey,
I'm KRS-One. So
you said it. Hey, dog. Hey, I told you. Chris Tipmore told you. We all told you. It's your list. We can't say nothing about it. So it is what it is.
You're absolutely right. Because I love me some KRS-One, and I think that he is a philosopher. All right. So
no, I got you.
Give me your all right, top back remix. T.I., Jeezy, Young Dro, Big Country. And Big G for the remix, man. Yeah, Big Country does belong in. Hey, man, that Big Country that he
tell you something. Undefeated.
Oh my God.
Undefeated, man.
Oh. Hey, man. Big Love does not miss, sir. That's all I got to say.
Undefeated.
Big Love does not miss. Yuri says in Quiet Storm remix by Mobb Deep.
That's a good. Yeah, Quiet Story with Lil Kim. Here's another remix, man. That was tight, man. The Craig Mack Flavor and Ear remix.
Yeah.
The flavor. I think the Flavor in Your remix was better than the original, man. When he brought in Biggie was on there, LL was on there, everybody's on there, man. So that's another one right there. But yeah, that Quiet Storm remix by Mobb Deep with Lil Kim. To this day, I still think that verse Lil Kim spit was one of the tightest verses by a female lyricist ever of all time.
Yeah,
that verse.
I like so top 5 remixes for me. Number 1, that R. Kelly Bump and Grind. I like that one better than the original.
Right, I agree with that.
Erykah Badu Bag Lady remix. I like that better than the original.
I forgot about that. Good call. I forgot about that. That's a totally good call, bro. Because when that Bag Lady came out with that remix, I thought that was original. No, it's not. That was a remix.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it definitely brought it out. Because I like the original, it was all slow and downtrodden.
Right. And same thing with LL Cool J and Keith Sweat, Why Me Baby. The original to me is so much better. I'm sorry, the remix is so much better than the original because the original was slow, but the remix was like really more so a rap, and I liked it better. So I like that. Let me see one more remix where it was the Human Nature, the Right Here.
The Right Here Human Nature remix was way better than the original Right Here. Yeah.
R&B, that's probably the best, in my opinion. That one's probably the best of all time.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Kim did take over the whole song. All right. So yeah, no, that's
Gosh, I'm telling you, dog. Kim killed that damn Quiet Storm remix. That Quiet Storm, when Kim spit her verse on the Quiet Storm remix, they might as well stop it right there.
All right. So Little Kim from back in the day versus Nicki Minaj. Who you got?
Lyrically? Kim.
I got Kim, bro. Look at all the stuff she did. On top of that, she did stuff with Junior Mafia. She did stuff independently. And there's other things. While, you know what I'm saying, Nicki Minaj, she did stuff with a couple of artists. You look at Lil Kim, she did things with every artist, bro. You know what I'm saying? My favorite song she got is that song she ever did, No Time for Fake Ones. That was one of my favorite ones right there.
You know what I'm saying? About that.
Yeah, that's my
No Time for Fake.
That one right there. She had that song. Then she had a remix with Missy and Edgy Martinez and everything. Yeah. She was out. Kim was out there. She was out there, and she let the whole world know who the fuck she was. Nicki Minaj, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nicki Minaj, man. But as far as being an influence and out there in the hip hop culture and making a strong point and strong moves, no doubt, Lil Kim, all day.
I forgot about that, bro. I really did. I love that song. I absolutely.
Lil Kim with, you know what I'm saying, when she the Money, Power, Respect. Come on.
Yeah.
Key to Live, Money, Power, Respect. Yeah. Hey, you know what though? On a side note, Biggie was winning, man. Kim, Faith, Charlie
Evans. Yeah, dog. He was.
He had a crew.
He had a roster, nigga. Yeah. He had a roster.
Woo! Biggie was winning.
When I found out he was with Faith Evans, like, dude, you winning, bro.
Biggie was
Faith
winning.
Evans. When she went Faith Evans, I'm like, dude, yeah, you, my man, yeah, Biggie winning.
Boy,
Biggie
Charlie
winning.
Baltimore is still bad, and she gotta be like my age. She's still bad. Just
I ain't seen her since like the night. I mean, but I'm pretty sure she is because she was bad then. So I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure she aged like fine wine type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Carrie's like T-Will is on that mountain, dude. No, I'm not, Carrie. Stop
Oh
it.
damn, man. Carrie called you out, bro. Damn.
Carrie just taking shots at me tonight. Whatever, Carrie. Whatever. No, Biggie was winning. If there was a category for I gotta give it to Biggie, man. I can't think of another one that is that well publicized. Like that's I gotta give it to Biggie.
Yeah.
Biggie truly is the player president. He's not only client, he's the player president. He was. I mean, I can't. You know what I mean? I can't
totally agree.
Yeah, he had a team for sure.
He got a roster.
Yeah,
he's got a roster. He definitely has a roster. All right, guys, this has been fun. Can you tell us folks where they can find you?
Hit us up, Sports Time Zone. We be on every Wednesday, Thursday, and we also have a Saturday show where we showcase underground music, whether it be hip hop, rap, R&B, whatever. You got music.
What? My bad, bro. Is that on YouTube or?
Yeah, so we on YouTube. We also on Facebook.
And it's called what? Cause somebody put in the chat. Cause there's a little verbiage in my ear. I'm sorry, man.
Sports Time Zone.
Sports Time Zone.
Yeah, podcast.
Okay.
I got 5 on it. Terry said hers is I got 5 on it.
Oh, that's a good one. I got 5 on the remix.
Oh, yeah.
Good one.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that one. Man, Drew Down, Richie Rich, E40. Oh my God, I forgot about that one. That's a hell of a remix right there.
Yeah.
Man. Oh yeah. Okay.
My bad, Q.
But yeah, you can reach us at sportstime_zone on Instagram.
Okay.
All right. Debo Vibes, tell these folks where they can find you.
You can find your boy on Debo Vibes on YouTube, Debo Vibes on TikTok, the real Debo Vibes on Instagram, Debo Vibes on X, and I'm so sorry. There's some kind of reverb in my ear. Can you hear it?
I hear it too.
Okay, but you can hear me though, right? Okay, all right. Yeah. A lot of, man, lately I've been having some awesome food trips. I just went to, I kid y'all not, man. I went to a food truck. This was not planned at all. I was running errands with my son. I had to take my son home. Before I took my son home, he wanted to go to Wendy's. And the Wendy's was in Publix parking lot. I get to Wendy's. We pull out. As we pull on out, there's a guy in a food truck. And he just walks up on me. He's like, man, I got the best soul food in town. I'm like, whatever, bro. So I'm telling you. I said, well, I told him I'm a foodie. I'll come back and see what you got. He said, come back. I'll hook you up and we'll do it. I said, all right. Drop my son off. Went back there. And like I said, this is a small ass food truck, y'all. I had honey, and they were serving up honey, chipotle, lamb chops, dinner, macaroni and cheese, rice, broccoli, sweet potatoes, all in one big thing for just $20. That plate should have been $50. How good it tasted. I've never had lamb chops from a food truck, and it tasted like I was in a high-end restaurant. And they served up these awesome, unbelievable, some of the best egg rolls I've had. I had a Philly cheesesteak egg roll and a jerk chicken egg roll, and it was a foodie experience I'll never forget. Cool ass dude. But man, if y'all want to see the video, go to Debo Vibes on YouTube. It's getting good traction. I'm doing another foodie video tomorrow, so check that out. If you love food, you love a good time, check your boy out. Like I said, Debo Vibes, man. So for sure.
Debo.
Yes, sir.
Give me one sec. Oh no, he's rolling out. I was about to send the link. Okay, he's rolling out. All right, guys. Well, hey, To those of you who joined us, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Everyone in the chat, we thank you for joining us. This has been the show on the 4MYATL Sports 1 channel. Again, that's the number 4MYATL Sports, the number 1 channel on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe so that we can continue to bring this great content to you, as the algorithm will give us room and freedom to do so the more subscribers we acquire. So, hey, if you like it, give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscription. Craig is like, congrats on the baby. Whatever, Craig.
Yeah, man. Hey, like I said, T-Will, man. Like I said, if we have a show, you start having contraptions, dogs. Let me know, man. We'll cut it short. We'll cut it short, bro. We'll cut it short,
bro. I ain't on that. Stop it. Anyway, whatever, guys. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Thank you, God, for waking me up this morning and giving me this opportunity to do this show. I thank you so much. And hey, I want to thank Mr. Jack Spade, Mr. Eric Parker, Mr. Q the Beat, Mr. Debo Vibes for joining me. I appreciate that. Thank you to Miss Carrie for everything that you do. And hey, man, you guys have a great one. Debo, looks like myself and John will be on the show tomorrow morning. Okay. I like nighttime, Debo. So maybe we should do more shows at night, man. Nighttime, man. Lively. Like that dude. Yeah, that dude gets after it.
I get down like that, man. I get down like the nighttime Debo has no governor, goddamn.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
All right, Q. We'll see you, man. Hey, everybody in the chat, rise up. Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.
Yes, sir. Peace.